Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way, you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also, follow me on Instagram at YB Speaks. All right. I am very active over there. So, any questions, hello, God, you just want to engage with the duel, please feel free, hit me up. All right. Welcome everybody that's been sitting and waiting, and the girls coming through. Again, tap that like button as you enter the courts of truth and justice. Okay, period. What's up, Lex? What's up, Chloe? How you doing, boo? Hello, Gone. Yes, gone, honey. Oh, I'm here, boo. I'm here. I just needed a couple of minutes. Child, I have to be creative. I'm gonna have to do something. I miss my intro. I know a lot of people don't really care for intros like that, but as a creator and a commentator, it definitely helps. Not only does it help promote, the platform, but it also gives a little bit of time to, swish around and do some last minute things. That way you can get your mind right and prepared, hello gone, to step forward and handle your business. Okay. But like all things in life, we adjust accordingly. We will adapt. Okay. Girl, shout out to the kids who showed up, hello God, and that are still watching last night's live. Let me tell y'all something. I had a chance to listen to the replay. Let me tell y'all something, girl. When I be going in, and if you notice, like when I start talking and I don't stop, there's no break. Just know that the spirit, hello God, the messy spirits floweth through me. Okay? Floweth through me. Chloe, I really appreciate that. I'll take it. Hello. But the thing is with StreamYard is now the okay, so StreamYard has several tiers. When I first started doing StreamYard, the free plan used to allow you to insert video clips. I just started back not too long ago going live again, and I noticed that StreamYard had made several changes. About two lives ago, actually, the interview that I did with Bando was the moment I realized that in order to do the video clips now, you have to upgrade to, I think it's like $50 or $60, this $50, $60 plan. And StreamYard never used to be that expensive. They had the free plan, the upgrade from that was a $10 plan, and the upgrade from that was a $20 plan. Now, girl, they don't got time for that. And I know I sound like a cheap cunt, but let's just tell the truth. Once I start seeing what I need to see in return from my YouTube checks, I will go ahead and then make that investment because it is worth it. You do need those different themes to kind of give your channel, to give your lives some life. Amen. So, oh, it's an alternative to StreamYard? Okay. Okay. What's up, D? How you doing, boo? Okay. Hello, God. There's a new one the girls are using. It's free. I'm gonna send it to you. Okay, let me know. What's up, Jace? How you doing, boo? Yes, honey. Okay, let me know. Send that link, honey, because I'm all here for free. Free is me, okay? And me is free. Okay, we love free. Free is a bird, a white bird, a dove. Shout out to Joanne the scammer, honey. I miss her, girl. Hello, God. But yes, girl. But that live last night, I really didn't mean to eviscerate the girls in such a way, but seeing other people's commentary, I've I don't feel bad. I actually was light compared to what I've been hearing. Um, I stand true to a lot of what I said, especially about critiquing a lot of the girls and how they showed up to this reunion because, girl, it still upsets me and my homegirls, if I can just be honest with you. It really, really does. But we have part two and then part three coming up. So there's plenty more, much, much more to get into. Okay. Oh, I'll send it to you, D. I got you. I'm actually I'm gonna see it for myself and see if it's, the tea, and I'm gonna share it with all of my fellow creators and the Justice League. What's up, Bubs? How you doing? Glad you caught me live, baby. How's it going? And yes, guys, unfortunately, this will be another live where I am not cammed up. I still feel a little under the weather. I'm much, much better, thank God. I look like a mess. Um, my nephew has moved back. He will be splitting his time between me and my brother's house. So my place looks like it would look when someone has moved. Okay. So, but this week coming up, when I go live this weekend, we'll be back to being cammed up, and you guys will be able to see the duel. Okay, period. At Chloe, are the remaining reunion parts worth watching? I heard they are. I heard they are. What's up, Lynn Ray? How are you? Yes, honey, because I got so many messages last night about that live. Let me tell you. And when I was listening to the replay, I was like, oh, I see why. It was so hilarious. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, yes, it's unfortunate that we are funny. Well, let me just say I am funny. Okay. I don't want to put anybody else in my foo la la. Okay. Everything expressed on this platform is from me. Okay. I don't want to put nobody else in the line of fire if that's the case. But for me, like, I really hate that a lot of my commentary and my comedic third eye perspective is at a lot of the girls' detriment, honey. Okay. But girl, this is what they be signing up for, honey. So it just is what it is. But again, shout out to Devontae, shout out to Savion for coming through and giving their opinions. It was really appreciated. And shout out to everybody who came through and supported that live and that continue to do so. Okay. Like I said, honey, we are working. We are trying to be more consistent, and I'm trying to hold on to my promises. Okay, where is Patches? Because Patches said he's gonna hold me accountable. Okay, and I need y'all to hold me accountable as well. I have a lot of things that I have written down and planned for this year and moving forward with this platform, and also creating other platforms and other projects and things of that nature. Getting Tika Naturals back off the ground, honey, hello God, and into your homes. Okay. I want to be where the people are. Everyone else is just out there standing. Up where they walk, up where they talk, up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free, trying to be part of YB's world. Yes, God, honey. Okay, period. Honey, we have some things to get into today, honey. Okay, and most of which we will not be standing on that business too long because we've been there, we've done that. Okay, and girl, it's time to lay this girl to rest. Y'all know who I'm talking about. First on the docket for this evening is Nicki Minaj, girl, and her Coke stories, honey. You know, this past week, she has risen from that hazy basement yet again. She has allowed the snowflakes to impregnate her thoughts, her brain receptors. They have been corrupted, girl, corroded. They have been, girl, they have been chained, girl. And she decided to get into it with the one and only SZA, honey. And for what? For nothing. because SZA decided. Now, mind you, SZA is overseas performing sold out shows. Hello, God. She's in a whole other time zone. Okay, Nicki only goes overseas for tour dates. She don't want to leave her husband too long. I don't even think her husband can be with that baby for too long. Hashtag Megan's Law. Okay, I think he needs supervision. He can't be around Hello God minors, Hello God, let alone minor children, let alone women's little girls. Honey, Hello God, we all know why. Okay, hashtag Megan's Law, period. So SZA tweeted out something that is very much befitting her and what she's talked about a lot in the past, especially in the beginning portions of her career. She's always talking about retrograde, honey. And we all know that when we speak of retrograde, we talk about how a lot of times that stuff can manipulate and manifest in our lives. If you believe in that kind of stuff, right? SZA's always talked about that. She went on Twitter. Only time I go on Twitter is for the late in the midnight hour activities. Okay, when I need a little help. Okay, hello God, when I need a little. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, I have a YB Speaks Entertainment Twitter, but I haven't been on there forever. But my other one, I'm on there a lot. Okay, and girl, to see that SZA posted something about it being retrograde and don't fall for the foolishness, loosey goosey, or whatever she was talking about. I understood where she was coming from. Then out of the blue comes Nicki Minaj. And you could tell the time difference. So it probably was daytime where SZA was and nighttime where Nicki Minaj was. The only reason I say that is because we all know the tweakers, they live in the nighttime. That's when they become alive. That is when they have been resurrected, girl. It's definitely giving Michael Jackson Thriller video vibes, girl. At nighttime, they will come alive, girl. Okay? And they do all that weird tweaking and the dancing, girl, and they look like Skeletor because, again, the driving, motivating force for their life, hello, God, their strength solely depends on how much Frosty the Snowman, hello, God, they've been able to put in thine nose, honey, okay? And let me tell you, she must have did a lot because not only did you do a lot, it makes you bold. It makes you go boldly, hello God, where no man ever really tries to go before. SZA has to be one of the most unproblematic people in the industry. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are a few things that I may not like when it comes to SZA, but it has nothing to do with her as an artist. It just has everything to do with her as a person. Like, I do have an issue with people trying to play the shy game, the depression game, and you're a whole entertainer. One of the reasons why I really love, but I also dislike Summer Walker. My social anxiety, then why are you in the business that requires you to build rapport with fans? You got to do concerts, you got to do meet and greets. If you want the people to love you, you have to show up and show out. Some people may live for that because obviously these girls are still successful, correct? Actually, if we really want to talk about success, their success rivals Nicki Minaj. I understand two different lanes, but they're still in the music industry. So Nicki, I guess, said there's no more rap girls. The rap girls don't care about me anymore because they're too busy worried about themselves. Hello, God. They're too busy worried about their life, their profession, their dreams, and their goals. They're not sitting in their basement, hello, God, shoulda, coulda, woulda, shacked up with a sorry man who can't do anything for them, okay, other than powder their nose for them. And I think doing that helps her, stay, hidden from the very real fact that, girl, Kenneth Petty was never the one for you. But girl, that's your man, and you sticking beside him, girl. And I guess through thick and thin, through right and wrong, hello, gone. I guess, girl, through hell, heaven, all the things in between, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I guess, girl. Anyway, but it just really upsetted me seeing that exchange, and I'm not gonna read. By this time, y'all have probably seen so much commentary where people were giving the actual timeline and the breakdown of the exchange between Nicki Minaj and SZA. And the only thing that I took away from that exchange, Nicki, are we in high school? Are we in middle school? Are we still in school? Because the way that you tried to come at her, it was definitely giving Regina George. It was giving Mean Girls. It was giving the very reason why a lot of people like myself feel the way that we feel about you. This is why you don't have any friends. This is why no one has ever connected with you on that level whatsoever. This is why you are just that competition artist. This is why you like being around men more than you do women, because you know in real life, these women are not the problem. It is you. Nicki Minaj is the problem. When are people going to wake up and realize that? And then, like, what kills me, and I love me some TikTok. I'm scrolling on TikTok at least half of my day, right? Because I'm always getting my life in different arenas. And TikTok gives you all that's needed, required, and desired. Hello, God, okay? What kills me is that you have a lot of these delusional cunts over there who spew the same kind of rhetoric, hazy basement rhetoric that Nicki Minaj does. And then you try to, and I'm a sensible person. I like to listen to arguments. I like to listen to persuasive arguments, right? That was one of my zhuzhes, honey, when I was in college. In my writing classes, I enjoyed writing persuasive argument essays. Hello, God. I got A's on every last one that I did. I was on the debate team in high school. I really, really lived for a good old nasty piece of argument. And there have been moments in my life where I was standing on business against something and someone articulated an argument so well that it convinced me to move over to the other side. Shout out to the other side. But only if it makes sense and if it's worthy to be praised. But I'm sorry, there has not been one piece of commentary from anybody that I've heard that gives validity to the Nicki Minaj crash out. I'm sorry. There is no justification at all. There is none. There is none. I've tried to, okay, girl, but I'm telling you, there's none. So again, going back to the Nicki Minaj and SZA exchange, SZA cleared you. You did all of that nasty belittling. You tried to play on her looks, and which kills me because, girl, haven't you been getting backlash for a very long time for looking like a bottlenose dolphin, a deflated bottlenose dolphin, girl? You're giving sperm whale right now, baby. You're giving deflated blow up doll. Weren't they calling you Meltiana on your tour? The recent tour that you just did? We saw that diaper trying to slip out of the lining of your mesh pants, girl. We saw it. I saw it. I reported on it on a couple of occasions. See, the barbers, hello God, that's what we call them now, the barbers, because, they need to cut their shit, period, okay? Y'all will sit here and praise everything else, but what about all the wrong? What about all the wrong? Nicki can't do no wrong. Well, everything that's wrong with her is the basis of these failing arguments. Did y'all not see a recent post on Instagram from her where she was tagging the FBI and the CIA over some foolishness? Did I read the entire article? No, I did not. Because all I can think to myself is laugh and throw my hands up and say, what is it all for? So now we're snitching? I thought you were a gangsta. Pull up in the monster automobile gangsta. I thought we were that. But instead you over here turning informant? You trying to get the peoples on the peoples? SZA cleared her without even being the same cunt that Nicki was towards her. And let me tell you something. In the world that I come from, the world of my reading rainbow, hello God, When you go that low and talk about someone's looks or their people, or you go to talking about other things, that means you have nothing. You have nothing. But I'm also glad that people like Nicki Minaj continue to lower Hello God the bar for reads in such a way, because it's just a reminder on why we don't like you. Thank you for reinforcing the very real narrative that most of us logical thinkers that are not persuaded by your filth. Thank God for us. Hmm. And thank God for you exposing how you really feel. And this brings to reason all the other beefs. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. If we go back to a lot of my original arguments on why Nicki Minaj is just a hot mess, I don't, I understand that in life, especially when we talk about entertainment, fashion, music, things of that nature, right? The girls that come before you will always be the inspiration. Whether the girls want to admit it or not, it will always show. It will always show up. The influence of the past will always show up. You can deny all you want to. Okay? But when Nicki Minaj came out, I had no choice but to always think of Little Kim. You bit off her style, you bit off the way that she rapped, you bit off her fashions, you bit off everything, her whole persona. And to sit around and just act like that you were not influenced. And then when you went on another situation, you tried to praise Foxy Brown. Jace, if you're still in here, no tea, no shade. Love me some Foxy. But Foxy never, she might have been like right there at the hip, but she has never in her career reached the pinnacle, the top of the mountain like Little Kim has. You knew that their beef was very public. And you know, when Little Kim beefs with you, it's real. It's very real. Very, very, very real. Little Kim is one of those people that's always stood on business. Now, I'm surprised they haven't asked her about her affiliation with Sean P. Diddy Combs, but that's neither here nor there. But when it comes to other things, Little Kim has always stood on business. And I've always been a Little Kim fan. And I know that Nicki, in a lot of ways, has surpassed Kim. But it is not without the very real fact that the reason that you exist to this day is because of her grace, Little Kim, the real Queen Bee. Okay? Period. The fact that you never try to give her her things, the fact that you never try to pay that acknowledgement, the fact that you this whole like, oh, I like to be around the niggas. I like to be around the boys, the men. I'm a competitive rapper. And it's, all these other girls, they're my sons, they're my daughters, and they're this and they're that. Girl, Little Kim never came out like that. If anything, Little Kim was one of the first female rappers to embrace the unity amongst other female rappers, because she saw and she witnessed firsthand, by personal experience, what this male dominated industry does to these women. Girl, we're not gonna sit here and act like little Nicki Minaj is a trailblazer in that regard. Let's just tell the truth. If anything, she is just now birds of a feather flock together, girl. Energies that are equal or alike, let's tell the truth, they are drawn together for a reason. And it really kills me because I just don't understand how Lil Wayne was able to summon not one but two culture vultures, two thieves in that regard, Drake and Nicki Minaj. But I did a whole little thing on that a couple lives ago. I'm not going to stay on that too long, but I just wanted to give like my original feelings on why I always questioned Nicki Minaj. Because, girl, I always asked myself, even when she was going through her multiple personality disorder phases, who are you? The same thing with Drake. Y'all don't know who you are. Like, what's really going on? But one thing that really came out about this whole tirade, Hello God, this hazy basement tirade girl, fueled by Frosty the Snowman, Hello God, it brings back old memories. Shout out to the internet. It is always undefeated, girl. It just reminded me of the beef that she had with Mariah Carey. And those clips, are popping up on my For You page on TikTok. And I just am reminded of the grace, the diva, hello God, the queen herself, Mariah Carey, just shading and reading her down for filth. And sometimes the shade would be so above what Nicki Minaj can comprehend that she would just look like real dumbfounded, like, what did she just say to me? Was that a read? Yeah, girl, you were read for filth. You were read by a real diva. Do y'all forget those girls of the 90s? Do y'all forget? Do you forget? Girl, Whitney Houston, Aretha, Patty, even Luther would shade you. Prince had the eyes of death, girl. His look alone was a shady read. Michael Jackson was not afraid. Mariah Carey has been battling the girls forever. Period. She still doesn't know J-Lo. So to even think that you could even stand, at the presence of the Queen Mariah herself is ridiculous, girl. It's just a lot. But I do want to say this, though. The one thing I will agree with, and I didn't know this until the beef with SZA. Girl, Nicki does not have a Grammy. Nicki Minaj does not have a Grammy. And forgive me if it seems as if I have been under a rock, but I just would have thought. Now, there may be a semblance of truth because we're not going to act like Nicki Minaj was not. And I'm using was as past tense because I just don't think she commands the scene like she used to. I do believe once upon a time when Homegirl was really at her peak, I I just thought that she had all kinds of Grammys and awards and things of that nature because Nicki was everywhere. Um, I am disappointed, especially if we go on popularity, if we go on sales, if we go on like hard work and ethics and the girl who was plastered everywhere on every feature and we're talking about different genres of music as well. Pop, rap, dance hall, all kinds of shit. I'm kind of surprised. And I'll never take away her lyrical prowess because lyrically speaking, Homegirl, you just would think that she had a Grammy. Um, I'm sure that makes her bitter. I'm sure that makes a lot of artists bitter. Um, yeah, I feel bad for her in that regard because I do feel she deserves a Grammy. Which Grammy, I don't know. But the fact that she hasn't got one is an issue. There's a lot of other people that I feel like deserve Grammy Awards. Just if we're talking about popularity, if we're talking about sales, if we're talking about impact, um, there's a lot of people who've been left out of the conversation. Even Mariah Carey has been snubbed a lot throughout her 30 plus year, hello gone, tenure in the industry. Okay. So there's a lot to be said about these award shows who I think do intentionally and shadily overlook a lot of the girls who are deserving. But the fact that Nicki Minaj is going at it with SZA, who has remained that girl, consistently won awards, multi Grammy Award winner, girl, just let it go. And you know what I love about this little feud? Not really. It's a one-sided beef if you just tell me. Because SZA was minding her own business, girl. Her girl, she had popped the edible, girl. She was smoking her za, girl, and she was reading her tarot cards and thinking about retrograde and shit. She wasn't even thinking about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj was in that hazy basement looking for. Oh my God, I found something. Running around, girl, like what is that boy name from the Eliza Thornberry girl, Donnie Thornberry girl, just running around like a crazy, just like a Tasmanian devil girl, foaming at the mouth like a rabid animal, looking for beef, looking for issues, late in the midnight hour, in that hazy basement, girl. Get a life already, girl. But yeah, everyone's going off, and there's this whole thing with the whole Jay-Z having a son. Girl, I don't care. I don't, girl, nothing will surprise me in this industry anymore, girl. We have if you really look at history and a lot of the foolishness, the shenanigans, the jaw dropping antics that we have been purview to, this may be new to some of the younger cunts, but I'm 37. I've been around. I was around for the real Source Awards, honey. Okay, I was around when there was real beefs, when the girls really had to watch their back for real, for real. Okay, y'all remember Death Row Records, girl, Hello God, when they were having it out with girl, Bad Boy and Pac and Big, and you had Snoop Dogg, girl, and Suge and the Kids, girl. I was around for all of that. Okay, the real stuff. So when I see stuff like this go on, I just go to laughing because, like, girl, it is what it is. But again, I will say this, and I stress this to Nicki Minaj. This is what people will remember you for instead of your mastery of lyricism and your gifts, your talents. And it's really sad. It's really, really, really sad. And ever since you met that man, and I'm glad that you had a baby, a very beautiful baby. I'm never, children don't ask to be here. They definitely don't ask who their parents are going to be. But I just, one day when that child is old enough and the internet, we're going to have chips in our brains by the time that little boy becomes 18, 19, right? So Google is going to pop up. He's going to Google his parents. And I just wonder, and he's going to see all the comments. History will always remind the kid's child, hello, God, unfortunately, to their detriment. I wonder how that kid's going to feel. I wonder how that kid is going to feel because it's going to be laced with all of your shenanigans and foolishness versus your achievements and what you should have been recognized for at the later part of your career. It just is what it is. And at this point, I just wish people, this whole conspiracy about what's going on with her lives, and I saw that she was reaching out to Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat to ask their opinions on different platforms and what their sensory protocols are like, and she's trying to find a platform. Girl, no one there. Girl, the League of Assassins are not after you. Hackers worldwide are not after you. Jay-Z, Bey, Hello Gone, Solange, none of the girls are after you. Megan Thee Stallion is not after you. SZA is definitely not after you. Now, the cockroaches in your hazy basement might be because, girl, they need to be able to see. Okay, they can't see. And they're probably high too off the crumbs that you leave on the floor. Okay? Period. What's up, the queen? How you doing? Let's get into that. How do you have a slew of gangbangers on your radio show, have your husband threaten Offset online, but then tag the government? Period. I knew you would catch that, D. Yes, got a League of Assassins, honey, period. Like you did all of that. And and still ran from Cardi when she was at that Harper's Bazaar, ready to wear you out, justifiably. Hello, God. What's up, Latravia? How you doing, boo? Yes, God, honey. And you know what? Someone else pointed this out, but I didn't even need them to point it out because I said this a long time ago. You do a lot of hooping and hollering online, and I know the She-Hulk comes out of you when Frosty the Snowman is sliding through that decrepit, dry-ass nose of yours, baby. And I know, but in real life, you're not like that. In real life, in person, face to face, you are not like that. Your bars are harder than you are in person. It sounds good, but put all that hooping and hollering, heaping and weaving, girl, in your lyrics. Don't come out here in the real world. SZA is one of those people that she's so unproblematic and so unbothered. And again, the THC levels continue to rise in her bloodstream. Don't let all of that soft music fool you. She probably will fuck you up. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying though. And let's tell the truth. In real life, Megan Thee Stallion don't even gotta do too much but put down her size 12,000 foot on your neck. Period. And I think the main reason that she doesn't like Megan, and I just want to add this in the conversation real quick, is I was watching a comparison video of the way that they rap. Although very different, Megan is a lyrical genius as well. And let's just tell a very real truth. Other than Megan, there is no other lyrical prowess type of cunt that has entered the industry that can do what Megan can do. Megan is the only girl at this very moment in time that can go toe to toe lyrically off the dome in a booth with just the beat. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. Because I remember watching one of Nicki's documentaries years ago, and I loved her process, how she talked about how she writes her songs. And a lot of times that she'll Google things. So when you hear in her songs that she has these double, triple entendres, and she's able to really like give you that descriptive depiction of what it is she's talking about, that takes time to think. You have no choice but to Google. You have no choice but to get to the thesaurus, honey, okay? You have no choice to get to the encyclopedias of life and really do your research to make that bar the way you want to. To be able to do that on command, I don't think that she can do that. Megan can. Megan can do that. We've actually seen it multiple times, especially in the beginning run of her career. I'm just saying though, if we're gonna try to draw the comparison, I think Nicki freestyling is cute, but when I think a lot of y'all get delusional, you Barber fans, okay, hello God, you Barbers out there, hello God. I think a lot of y'all get it misconstrued that when you hear her, the songs, she's probably had to do a little bit of research to make sure those words mean what she needs them to mean and they're placed in the right, lineup of the song. That way it makes sense, not just to her, but the listeners and the people that actually read. Because let's just tell the truth. A lot of y'all love these celebrities, love these artists because of the beat and it sounds good. But a lot of y'all, not y'all, but y'all, hello guys, shout out to Rodney. Okay. I think a lot of y'all don't read yourselves. We've established that. Reading is lost. The girls have no higher education other than third grade these days. The girls don't like to read. The girls don't even listen to audiobooks these days. Okay. If that's not you, I ain't talking to you. Okay. Again, not y'all, but y'all. Okay. I think what it is that a lot of y'all just live. It's, oh, that sounded nice, but did it make sense? Okay. Period. Period. But Nikki girl, get it together. Going on these little tirades and these rants, you're not going to yield any dividends, and the fruits will not be, fruiting, girl. Like it's like you're grasping for attention. You're grasping for straws. You're trying to pick fights with people who really ain't even thinking about you like that, girl. And I also saw that SZA said, "Girl, you doing all this talking down on me, but you reached out twice, Hello Gone, for a feature, and I said no." I said no. So it seems to me y'all girls really hate the girls, honey, who don't need, require, nor desire your services. Mm. Girl, when you're a queen and who you think is your royal subject, hello God, doesn't want to sit at your dinner table, doesn't want to accept your gifts, doesn't want to embrace you. They're not fangirling over you and falling around on the floor. That eats at the ego, honey. Ooh, that is an ego death of ego deaths. Why aren't you do? That's why a lot of those girls end up dating down. Why do you think Nicki Minaj has dated down? The only one that she dated that was any of, well, let's tell the truth. Love Meek Mill, but they were never going to let that man surpass a certain level of success in the music industry. Let's tell the truth. Girl, before him, it was that other castaway girl. What's his name with that big old tree trunk between them legs, girl? Safari, and then you look who we got, Kenneth Petty. She would a narcissist like that would never date someone of equal or more common sense, integrity, and success. They always date down. They want to be the breadwinner, they want to be the controller, they want to be the one that is worshipped. Tell the truth. Why can't the girls just be like Mariah Carey and just be happy by yourself? See, I didn't even know she dated Nas. And see, even Nas is such a chill guy. I'm surprised he probably was over it. He probably walked in on her doing some Frosty the Snowman and was like, no, God, girl, I can't have this around me. I can't have it around me. I can't, girl. It's just really crazy. Oh, it was only for a month. Okay, yeah, because Nas, I'm not gonna lie, I actually always forget about him in the conversation of music, even though I shouldn't, because he is legendary. But I begin to treat him like I do Lauryn Hill. Can we just tell the truth about that? Love these, what y'all did. But did you maintain what you did? Hell no. The way that the girls be referring to Lauryn Hill, girl, no. And especially how she be late to all the functions. You got one album. We thank you for it, but you did not continue on, honey. Okay. Oh, Nas is an alcoholic with gout. Well, you let Khalees tell it. I believe it. Okay. Khalees is on her. Was she a chef now, girl, doing her thing? She's still so very beautiful. I love me some Khalees, honey. Her milkshake brought all the boys to the yard, honey. Period. Mm-hmm. Ooh, girl. Um. Next up, I'm over that. I'm over, girl. I got to get to the. I love me some Lauren Latravia, but we got to tell the truth. The way, like, I would give Mary J. Blige way more flowers than I would Lauryn Hill. And, girl, can I just speak on Mary real quick since I brought her up? Dear Mary J. Blige, girl, another person who has allowed their legacy to be thrown to the wayside of life, the queen of hip hop, soul, and R&B, she doesn't carry the same favor as she used to, and it upsets me and my homegirls. Shout out to Nick, honey. Thank you so much. Stay cool, snowman. Sure will. Thank you. I just married, girl. I've been seeing you out here in these streets, and it's not looking good, girl. It's giving tired, delayed, and through. Go have a rest, girl. Just have a liquidate. The girls are do what Future did, girl. Sell the masters. Just go, because music is about to transform in the next couple of years. The earnings will not be the same. It's going to be so difficult. It's happening now. You see it now with the newer generation of artists. But like a lot of you older girls, it's time to cash in. It's time to cash in. And Mary be down to the local fairs, playing on these girls. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, girl, we know you tired. We see it. You are literally hanging on a pole like a forgotten coat from a dinner party. Hello, God. Tired, screaming that you tired. We know you're tired. I'm actually screaming at the screen that you're screaming at, screaming that you tired. You are tired, girl. You're exhausted. It's time for a very long rest. Yeah, girl. I don't know if you're in bankruptcy once again. I don't know if Kendu Isaacs has drained that account dry, honey, like he did your life and your soul and your spirit, girl. But please have a rest, a very long rest, because I used to love me some Mary J. Blige, girl. You want to talk about legendary? You want to talk about that girl? And I know a lot of people don't, she can't sing. It never was about vocal ability for me when it came to Mary. It was about that soul, baby. It was about the soul of it all. Mary, when she opened her mouth and she was getting into her grooves, honey, all I really want is to be happy, happy. Girl, I sacrifice my time. I'll make sure you're satisfied. And there's no hard things to the joy I'll bring. I want to give you all my love, loving you. Girl, come on now. Come on. Mary gave us our things. My life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Life can be only what you make it. When you're feeling down, you should never fake it. She said, honey, say what's on your mind. Bubs, girl. Girl, Bubs, you knocked me off my pivot with that one. Girl, I'm not gonna lie. That's when things started to go downhill too. And she did that. Was that Burger King or Kentucky Fried Chicken, girl? I was over it, girl. I was like, wow. Mary gave us our things, though, girl. Mary, oh my God. Ooh, what's my other song from her? Ooh, girl. She got some stuff, girl. Like, Mary was that girl. Mary was that girl. Let me see if I can. Obviously, I won't be able to play it, but I want to. You know how you got to. I have so much music catalog in my memory banks. You may not know it off rip, but once you hear a little bit of the song, you can go word for word. Let me see if I can find it, girl. Ooh, my love. What you gonna do, baby? My love, my love has gone away from you. Sweet memories of yesterday when it all seemed so right. I was loving you, kissing you, holding you tight. I know, na, 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 na. Girl, girl, that was my song, honey. Okay, Shawty wanna come back, girl. Real love. Girl, come on now. Come on, girl. Mary was that girl, honey. Like, period. If it wasn't for Mary J. Blige, we wouldn't have Keisha Coles, which sometimes I wish we never had Keisha Coles. I know that's unpopular opinion, but girl, Keisha Coles really is just another more angry Mary J. Blige. Girl, if we just tell the truth, a very angry Mary J. Blige. And I've never went up for Keisha Coles' vocal ability. The thing that got Keisha Coles was the soul and her conviction. Look, Latravia, I'm sorry, baby. Shout out to, what is that, Britain? Thank you. I love y'all too. Yes. I'm international, honey, internationally known, and I'm known to rock the microphone. Okay, hello, God. I do love me some Keisha, sent from heaven. I want to be the one sent from heaven. Like, she had her things, girl, but when she did them little belts, when you know she had smoked a pack and a half of cigarettes, girl, before she got in the booth, no, ma'am. It was giving cracky on her, which was okay because it was we were missing Mary at a certain point, so it was like, all right, girl, this is nostalgic, girl, it's very nostalgic. Okay, period. The United Kingdom, is that the United? I'm on my phone, so everything is smaller. Yes, honey. I wanna be the one. I hope Scotty's not in here. He loves Keisha Cole's girl. He would read me for filth right now, girl. He loves some Keisha Cole's girl. Oh, we got K Michelle, another one he loves. I used to love me some K Michelle, honey. Remember when K Michelle said "fuck you" and all that? Blast on Twitter and I'ma blast back. Girl, come on now. You got the right one. Bitch, K Michelle was not afraid to lay the girls down, honey. Okay, period, girl. Not Keisha Coleslaw Bando. Now, what happened to Mariah Carey? That song doesn't even sound, that new song doesn't. Okay, now, Latravia. You know I love you. You're a longtime supporter of the platform, but what we are not going to do, honey, is have any Mariah Carey slander on Mariah Carey's good internet, girl. Period. Okay? Periana. I will say this, though, and this is not me defending Mariah. This is me just telling a very real truth. Mariah is one of those artists because she's had the ability that a lot of girls that come from her time period do not have the pleasure. She's crossed many, many genres and has somehow been able to be solidified and relevant to the time. I think Mariah has looked in the mirror, told herself the very real truth that, girl, it's okay not to be prime Mariah anymore. Okay, Bando, don't start with me. Do not start with me. I'm gonna share this link when I'm done with the rest of this commentary, honey. And you got something to say, Bando? You bring your ass up here, and we'll get it together. Okay, period. Now, I think Mariah sat back and realized that I'm not her, and I don't need to continue to try to be her. Because let's tell the truth, that was her. Mariah is very vain. She's a diva. We know that. When it was discovered that she was having live performance tracks playing during other live performances that should have been live, that let me know that she was scared to come to terms and disappoint her fans at these shows that she is no longer the Songbird Supreme. So I believe that with this new album, with the song Type Dangerous that came out, I did live for it, but I had to adjust myself to her new frequency. She's trying something new. Jace, if you're still here, I'm just trying something new. Y'all remember the chat line, girl? Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm here trying something new. Yes, girl. And I think Mariah's just trying something new. You know, she's in that, she's doing what needs to be done. If you look at the video, if you look at the way of the song, she's still in her writing bag. She still is a songwriter supreme. A lot of the girls know nothing about that. A lot of the girls, especially in her arena, know nothing about that. I know y'all love your Whitney Houston, but she did not write. Period. I know y'all love y'all some of them other girls. They did not write. Period. Some of your favorite rappers don't write. Mariah writes. She has accolades and she still gets paid dividends, girl, because of her writing ability. Okay? Period. So I think that lyrically the song is well done. She finds a way to make a lot of the girls go to the dictionary because Mariah is one of those girls. Mariah is one of those girls. She's gonna make you be educated. Okay, period. All right. She's gonna give you an old nasty piece of word or phrase that you're like, hold on, what? Yeah. She's gonna make you feel smart, honey. Okay. And I just think she's trying something new. She's trying something new. And she's doing the best she can to catch the attention of new listeners, people of this time, and also still giving us a little bit of what makes her so grand. Like her shade and the way, look, did you see the video? Did you see what the context of what she's talking about in the song? Mariah is giving you that Mimi, that shady cunt, that diva, without being rah rah, without being so in your face. She does not have to cuss you out using cuss words. Period. Every beef Mariah Carey has been in, she's won. Period. Okay? Moving on. I rest my case. Okay? Period. Where is it? Megan Thee Stallion has a new man, honey. Thomas or Thompson. What's his name? Clay. Megan, whatever girl, I think he's a basketball player. She loves her, an athlete, a woman who will date her equal or more. We all know the NBA players rack in that coin. Let's see how much he is worth, honey. You said, what's his name? Is it Clay? Oh, why am I on? No. Girl, where is my oof. Because what I don't like here is the reason I'm having the conversation about Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson is because the way in which that people will literally sit around here and try their best to discredit you and call you whores and tricks and you got a body count and you got this, that, and the third. Didn't Megan instruct everyone, hello God, at the top of, what was that, 2024? Was it 2020? It was 2024, right, before her tour. She instructed us, this is the last time she's going to speak on any of this, right? Right? Don't speak on her body count. None of that. Because guess what? How about we throw the same scrutiny and question, hello God, at you? Everyone talking about Megan being a horror and she's a harlot, honey, and she's this and she's for the streets and all these things. Girl, the people that are mostly trying to comfort her for that, let's look at your life. Hello, God. Can we? Can we? I just want to know, can we talk about your hypocrisies for a minute? Because I really want to know. Okay? And she's never hid from the fact that she delights in her femininity, her sexuality. She's never hid from that. She's rapped about it, talked about it. She's possessed that. She is Megan Thee Stallion. Houston hottie girl, period. Like the way that people try to talk about people, it is just because they're celebrities. Because the local cunt Keisha Abrams or whoever girl in your local neighborhood, girl, ain't nobody talking about that girl. That she done slept with the whole neighborhood, girl. Well, we might talk about you for a week, but some new tea done came up, then we done forgot about you. But in the back of our mind, we know you a hoe. You know what I mean? But we respect you, girl, because Keisha Abrams lives in her hoedom. And forgive me if there's someone actually named Keisha Abrams. Girl, I apologize. I just made something up on the fly. Okay, if my bad to any real Keisha Abrams girl, especially if you ain't really hoeing out there, you know, ho ho ho, girl, Christmas is coming. Okay, hello God. Anyway, Klay Thompson, girl, Bando, he said something. Played with Steph Curry and Golden State Warriors. Come on. Oh, he's a light skin. Oh, he's a white boy. Girl, is he black? What is he? Mixed? It's giving. I need some seasons in the sun. What's up, Hot Commodity? How you doing? Everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you're tapping that like button when you come into the building, honey. Okay, thank you. Klay Thompson, girl, 35 years old, born February 8th, 1890. I mean, girl. I was about to have that man to be like 3,000 years old, 200 years old, girl. 1990, girl. Klay Alexander Thompson is a professional basketball player for the Dallas Mavericks, honey. He played his first 13 seasons with the Golden State Warriors. where he was part of the Splash Brothers. Thompson holds multiple records, including most threes made in a season, playoff run, and finals game. In 2015, he scored 37 points in a quarter against the Kings. Thompson's father, Micah, played 12. Girl, not a legacy player. His father played 12 NBA seasons and won 2 championships with the Los Angeles Lakers, honey. Let's just tell the truth. And we all know I'm not big on sports, but I know what the girls be making. NBA is top tier. Now, baseball is where the real coin is at. But NBA, they make the money, girl. Especially if they're on that level. So, Megan Thee Stallion up, Nicki Minaj way, 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 way down. Way down. Nicki Minaj's current life with Kenneth Petty is more pathetic, hello God, than a lot of the outfits that we saw at the Chasing Dallas reunion part 1. Okay? Pathetic. Disgusting. Deception. Disgrace. Girl, it's giving deception and disgrace. Period, girl. Shout out to Klay Thompson. Another thing I wanted to definitely point out here. Oh, I lost it. I need to get into the things because as we talk about Megan Thee Stallion, we also have to shed light, hello God, on her foundation. And the reason I want to not just bring awareness to her foundation, just in case people are not aware of her philanthropic work, hello God, utilize, heavy is the head that weareth the crown, hello God, okay? Too much is given, much, hello God, is required, okay? Period. Needed, required, and desired. This is what I was talking about in the last slide about Nicki Minaj. You're over here worried about all of this hoopla. Foo nanny, girl. You're over here stuffing your nose, hello God, with Elsa's leftovers. Let's tell the truth. You got Olaf hanging out of your nostrils, girl, when you should be putting together a foundation to help a lot of those cripply ass barbers of yours. Period. Let's shed some light on the Pete and Thomas Foundation, girl, okay? Period, girl. Let's get into their mission. The mission of, and this is, she's going viral because she was, recently down to the foundation doing her big one, her and her man, okay? The mission of the Pete and Thomas Foundation is to provide resources to effect meaningful and positive change in the lives of women and children, senior citizens, and underserved communities in Houston, Texas, and across the globe. Across the globe, not just in her hometown, okay, but across the globe. What are you doing for Trinidad, girl? What are you doing for the girls in Tobago, girl? What are you doing? Your lowly sister had no choice but to come out here and go against the family, hello God, to try to get some clicks and views and likes to make some ends meet to go help provide, hello God, for the family that you should be taking care of. But I digress on that, honey. Honey, the foundation's programs are focused in the areas of education, housing, health and wellness, and community goodwill, girl, period. We're going to get into some things about our founder, honey, okay? Let's tell the truth, all right? Megan Thee Stallion, hailing from Houston. Megan Thee Stallion is a 3-time Grammy-winning Hello God recording artist, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. From earning 2 Billboard Hot 100 #1 hits with the Savage remix featuring Bey and WAP featuring Cardi B to releasing her dynamic album Traumazine, Megan has proven unstoppable. That's why they hate her. Period. Megan has been recognized for her musical achievements, including 3 Grammy wins, 9 BET Awards, and back-to-back Billboard Music Awards for Top Rap Female Artist. Additionally, she has been honored for her advocacy efforts, having received the 2022 Special Achievement Award at the Webby Awards and the Trailblazer Awards, hello God, at the iHeart Radio Music Awards. Most recently, Megan made history in November 2022, becoming the first Black woman to appear on the cover of Forbes' prestigious, hello God, under 30 issue. She was previously recognized as one of Time's 100 most influential people of 2020. After publishing her monumental Why I Speak Up for Black Women, OP'd for the New York Times. The multi-hyphenate Hello God has also dazzled in select acting roles, making guest appearances on Star's hit show P-Valley, as well as She-Hulk Attorney at Law. She has also expanded her skill set in 2022 by both hosting and serving as the musical guest on Saturday Night Live, along with co-hosting Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. She also spearheads the Pete and Thomas Foundation, a nonprofit organization focused on uplifting and assisting women, children, senior citizens, and underserved communities in Houston, Texas, and across the world. This organization focuses on three core pillars that include education, housing, and health and wellness, girl. Megan's philanthropic work was heralded, hello gone, by Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner, who presented her with the key to the city of Houston and a proclamation that officially designated May 2nd, 2022 as Megan Thee Stallion Day in her hometown. In 2021, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, honey, shout out to Sheila Jackson Lee, honey, awarded Megan the 18th Congressional District Hero Award in Houston for her humanitarian efforts. Oh, initiatives, same thing. So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, girl, hello gone. Shout out to her philanthropy. Shout out to her utilizing her platform, her status, and her influence to fight, hello God, against the forces of darkness for the forces of good. Period. This is real queen behavior. This is what real queens do. Please take notes, Frosty the Snowman. You are living your life, hello God, in a smaug of your own despair, sitting around looking at everyone that's doing what you should have been doing. And before you know it, Miss Pillow Butt, Miss Leaky Faucet Booty, Nicki Minaj, you will be forgotten. You keep this up. I'm telling you right now, these girls are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that's on period. Megan is also in the process, someone pointed it out earlier, and I'm going to point it out here and now, honey. Megan is also in the process of creating her own anime. She just did a whole swimsuit line, hello God. She has her hands in a lot of different bags. So when we don't hear her out here just wrapping it up, trust me, mama has her hands in other bags, solidifying why she will be the queen. And she will reign forever and ever. She will reign. All hail the queen, Megan Thee Stallion. May her reign be long and forever. Forever and ever. I'm just telling you, girl, period. Gotta love Megan. Gotta love Megan. I want to say something about Megan real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next subjects. There is a lawsuit, right, that is claiming that whoever this person is, I remember it came out like last year sometime, right before Megan went on tour. It was announced that she was, allegedly being sued because one of her people were forced to be in a car while she was eating pussy and also unpaid wages. I just want to tell people this. Girl, whether it's true or not, remember back in the day? See, that's how Diddy was able to get away with his filth for years and years and years. The girls used to shut up. I'm not saying that if you're uncomfortable, girl. But there was no basis for you to out her for eating some cooch. We already know Megan was out here bisexual, girl. We know that she's rapped about it, she's talked about it. she don't mind some honey snooch. Okay? She don't mind some honey snooch. Period. She don't mind eating from the honeycomb, girl. Okay? If you just wanted your wages, you could have sent that in the email. You just wanted to have a little moment. You knew that your story would gain more traction with that salacious foolishness. Okay? And the Tory Lane stuff, there's a lot of things, right? And the way that the people try to just come at her lets me know that when all of these things are coming down on one person like that, and there's no foundation, hello God, that's how you know the person that is the target is gonna win. Period. Once was last shall soon be first. And let's just tell a very real truth, and I promise we're gonna move past Megan. I heard something in the TikTok world where people were talking about, well, if people love Megan so much, why is it not translating to sales? Why is it not translating to, her being a little bit more successful than Nicki Minaj? This is what I want to say. The Barbers have been along for a very long time, especially the ones that have been recently released from the insane asylum, okay? With Pennywise and Freddy Krueger girl and Jason Voorhees child and Pinhead and Grundy girl, Solomon Grundy girl. Shout out to DC bitch. Like, you was out there at Arkham Asylum, girl, with all the girls. Let's just tell the very real truth. The reason it's not translating because you have more people out here that just because they like Nicki, and it doesn't just go, this conversation it's not exclusive to these two. This happens in every arena in life. Just because more people mess with Nicki and they to spite Megan, they won't support her. They ain't even listen to her music. They never even try to judge it on its own merit. Gave it a try. Nothing. They don't know how to be unbiased just because they want Nicki Minaj favor. Again, the Barbers are delusional, and most of the people. Now, I could see if you just said, "Okay, Megan's not for me," and you just left it at that. But for people to say that I don't like Megan, but you have no foundational reason to not like Megan, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And Hot Commodity, you bring up a really good point, because I remember when the beef was loud and proud between Megan and Nicki, how a lot of the girls would Nicki Minaj specifically was coming at Megan, oh, you're a whore, you're ran through, and you're this. But what are you? Your booty, girl, is not deflating for no reason. Hello. Talk about a pass around. Look at the kind of men you're into. I'm quite sure. Anyway, that's just the pot calling the kettle black. But I think that's the main reason that Megan's success has not translated the way that it should, because you got some people that just despite, and again, misogyny and these narratives that people try to push on you, and the simple fact too, you got to tell the truth. The same way a lot of y'all are going, not y'all, but y'all going up for Nicki's so-called standing up for truth and justice, even though it's laced with a bunch of Frosty Snowman and just weird ass, hello God, thought process with no foundational proof whatsoever. When it comes to Megan, what it is that you guys don't like the fact that when she publicly put her old label on the spot and she demanded her respect and what was rightfully hers, hello God, when she was reading down Tory Lanez for filth, mind you, and this is what we need to just shut up now. The people that, Tory wasn't lying. Megan lied when she talked about this. Yes, we saw the body cam footage. Megan also talked about it. She actually didn't even want to get police involved. She was not trying to snitch on him. She actually did everything in her power to protect that man. But what happened was, like a lot of idiots don't realize, when guns are involved, boo, the pew pew, the pow pow, hello God, the state's picking that charge up automatically, whether you want to go forward with it or not. So she had no choice but to come forward in the investigation. And then realizing, girl, let me just stand up for myself in this process, seeing exactly how these two fools, her supposed homegirl and Tory Staines, how they're going to be canoodling afterwards, trying to create a situation where out of the blue this just happened. They're not at fault. No, girl. Tory got what he deserved. And it's because of her standing up for that. Let's tell another real truth. A lot of men in the industry during that time period, even up until that man was convicted, no one publicly supported that girl. Instead of masculine bastards taking responsibility towards their actions and their toxic ass ways and behaviors towards women, more specifically black women, and because this woman wants to speak up for herself, come on now. Even Nicki, girl, I don't care. It's not about women being supporting women. It's about what's right and what's wrong. And what's wrong is how a lot of y'all, not y'all, but y'all, sat there and went up against Megan, who was just trying to be truthful about her experience. And how Tory Staines has a history of violent, abusive behaviors. And it's about time people like him, and even one day, I love me some Chris Brown, but one day y'all are gonna pay for your sins against humanity. I'm telling you, it may not, in the words of Funky Doneva, you may not see it on the front end, but on that back end, girl, you are going to feel it, honey. I'm telling you, y'all don't let your celebrity status, and I love that Megan did that. I love that the state did that. I love that when y'all girls speak up and speak out, even with the whole Diddy thing, with Cassie and things of that nature, you cannot see tyranny continues to reign supreme as long as people are silent. Speak on it. Y'all be talking about let's break the generational curse. How can you do that when you're not willing to speak up? Girl, hot commodity, I don't even trust nothing. Angela Stanton, girl, roasted her a long time ago. Her and her moly girl, and her platypus built face child, her under the sea type of blood pressure, girl, those swollen blood vessels, girl, her homophobia, transphobia, her phobia, girl, she should be a phobia, a fear of herself. We read her many moons ago down to the round table, girl. Shout out to the round table. Period, honey. But sometimes it's all just because you don't like a person because they have it out with your favorite. So I just wanted to answer that question. We're about to really, I'm about to stand on a soapbox real quick, and then I will share the link if you guys want to come up and share your thoughts, perspectives about the commentary herein, or just getting on some other shit. I don't mind. Yeah, D, that's JB's mom. They were on Dr. Phil and everything, girl. It was a mess. I make it my business as a commentator, as a person that is in the social media space, to make myself aware of what's going on in today's time. I'm not just an old cunt who relishes the old ways, old culture, what was popular. I don't live in yesteryear all the time. Okay. You have to stay current. Hello, God, because especially nowadays, things move very quickly. So you have to make sure that you are aware of what the new shit is. And for the past couple of years, it's been streamers. They've been doing their thing. A handful, not a lot, a handful have been able to be welcomed. The door has been opened unto thee. They have done what they need to do in order to, maintain and do their thing. And some people are like, oh, you're an old head. You shouldn't be giving commentary on this. I watch these people. I don't watch their streams, but I watch the clips. I'm pretty well versed on who these people are and what they got going on. And I want to say this, and I've done several pieces of commentary talking about streamers and how problematic they are. And it's very dangerous because, for one, these young dudes that are in their 20s and a lot of times in their teens, they're coming up. They have came up and continue to come up in a time where they're not being held accountable. That accountability is important. And again, I know some young fucker is going to see this and have a lot to say about me speaking on this. But let me tell y'all about life. There has to be a restriction, there has to be a limitation, there has to be a wall, a fence, a moat. There has to be something, a drawbridge, a bridge. There has to be something that lets you know that this is the end of the line. If you so happen to cross this line, there are consequences. And some consequences you may not be able to recover from. Okay? I need y'all to really like pay attention because this is serious stuff here. So, what I'm speaking to is Neon. Are we aware of Neon being on The Breakfast Club recently? And The Breakfast Club is going through a lot. You got a lot of people on one hand supporting them for the situation, and you have a lot of people on the other hand that are the younger people who don't seem to understand, again, the role that accountability plays in life. When I watch these streamers, when I watch these pranksters, when I watch these YouTubers, you have to know that there is a limit to what it is that you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot say. You guys have been living in a false reality. Mind you, these are people who, like DJ Academics, use up all of their parents' and grandparents' Vaseline in those dark, lowly, hazy basements because they all have social anxiety. They all are very weird. They all have no real friendships on that level, no large social groups. They look at all of them. Kai Cenat was an ugly duckling, still is in my opinion. I Show Speed looked like leftover semen girl that the father just so happened to get into the mother's egg at the right time. Hello, God. Aiden Ross, girl, spilt milk, left out in 1,000-degree weather, girl, period. Neon, if we looked at him just a couple years back, girl, we thought that he was on the Make-A-Wish Foundation list. I didn't even know that he was a streamer. I thought that he was just being recorded his last moments to tell people that he was here. Hello, God, and I'll see you again. No, 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 no. I'm just saying, though, girl, tell the truth. Tell the truth. So what I have an issue with, ooh, girl, I had to burn my couch. Oh, God. What I have an issue with is, for one, again, going back real quick so that we can build the moment. These people are lonely, loners, antisocial, filled with anxiety. The only reason they've left the house is because now that they are famous. The whole buildup, hello, God. And I would say that as I saw your comment, Raquel. Shout out to Raquel, honey. Hello, God, period. Okay. When we look at that, right, and we see, oh, the glow up is real. Look at Duke Dennis. Everyone's going crazy, Duke Dennis. But, girl, we look at those photos from many moons ago. Girl, I would have been running for the hills if I were to walk out of a bar in a dark alley, girl. A giant cockroach chasing you. I need a life-size bottle of Raid, bitch, and weed killer just to make sure that you're gone, that you're dead. Period, girl. Like, oh, look, even Agent, he's still, the AMP members all together. Look them up. Look at what they used to look like. And again, it's all what I always talk about, girl. When we talk about the Kardashians, and when we were just talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta children, child, you're not ugly, you're just poor. Period. Okay? So Neon gets on the Breakfast Club. He's being grilled by Just Not Hilarious, Charlemagne the Goddess, and whatever that other girl's name is. And rightfully so, because I remember when streamers, again, these particular streamers started becoming famous, how they got famous, how most of them get famous is by rage baiting. For those that don't know what rage baiting is, let me just break it down to you real quick. What they do is they take moments like racism, slavery, hello God, mocking important situations in our experience in this life that means something, and they'll play on that just to, even if it's a negative reception, as long as those views climb up, they don't care. Okay? They don't care. Especially nowadays, most of these girls are growing up in a time where, again, there is no limit, there's no restriction, there's nobody holding them accountable. So they don't feel like what they say and do is an issue, when in fact it is an issue. So Neon was being grilled by the girls on the Breakfast Club because of his past, racially insensitive commentary remarks. And we're not talking about one video here, one video there. We're talking about a consistent show of blatant, obvious racism. He even called Kai Cenat's mother Harriet Tubman. Now, mind you, Kai Cenat is also an ignorant fool who believes that Black people have no culture. When you hear these young people talk, you can tell by their vocabulary, you can tell, hello God, by the foolishness, the below hooked on phonics level education that poureth out of their mouths. They had no choice but to be streamers because they weren't going to make it in this life as anything else. I side with the Breakfast Club on their attack at Neon, standing on business. For those that, if you're in here now or if you're watching the replay at some point, if you are against the Breakfast Club and you're not truly aware of Neon, I really wish I could share the clip because I have it in my saved folders. I can't share it. I would like you to actually see the video, not hear it. Well, see it and listen. You know what I mean? He is going in on our ancestors. He is literally eviscerating all of us who are here this evening. This man deserved way more than what he got at the Breakfast Club. And I'm also pissed off at the Breakfast Club because at this point, what are y'all doing? Why do you guys continue to invite foolishness on the platform? I don't even listen to the Breakfast Club no more. Only when certain things go viral. Obviously, we're going to talk about it. But after I know how y'all disrespected Angela Yee, and I know she left a little quietly, but we all knew. If you can read a room, right? When I see how people treat other people, I start to lose my support and my love for you. I liked Angela Yee. She was the only one who put in any real work, let's tell the truth, and the education to back it up. These other girls, no. DJ Envy is a scammer. He should be locked up. I don't know why he's not. Charlemagne should also be locked up for his past crimes against humanity and his philandering ways. And the fact that he's built like a melted milk dud, honey. Like, left out. 1,000-degree weather. Way too long, girl. Like, I'm over it, girl. You remember those lollipop commercials with the owl? I'm just over the Breakfast Club. You should have given that time to somebody that looks like us and that's doing something positive. Maybe had another streamer on that had our same, melanin type of vibe. Okay. Because when you do invite people on there like that and y'all chastise them, it can come off like this was planned and you wanted to only do that. And I just asked, like, what would be the reason to have a 20-something-year-old streamer on your platform who is not even of the African American experience? And the only real reason why I will allow this because it adds to the reason why we need to have more conversations in our community about really stepping on the necks of these people that use and abuse and that culture vulture our shit to their betterment. Hello, God. It sickens my spirit and my soul. And I'm going to go a step further. That's why I show speed. Hello, God. In my thumbnail. Kai Sanat is in my thumbnail. Aiden Ross is in my thumbnail. Aiden Ross, you're from Boca Raton, Florida. I know exactly where that's at. I actually lived in Boca, grew up there as a kid. Hello, God. Boca is nice, very rich, very savvy, very clean. All of those white peoples that lived out there are sheltered cunts. Very scary. Very, very scary. Scary Mary, girl. Very scary Mary vibes, child. I'm telling you. Y'all, you see Aiden Ross. He picks his nose and eats his boogers on his chats. He plays with his toe jams and he licks them. He's one of those disgusting white boys who are in the dormitories that you know are still wearing the crunchy, smelly on a draws from last year. I'm just saying though. Y'all, Kai Sanat and I Show Speed, y'all black boys have allowed yourselves to be surrounded by these racist cunts. And y'all continue to bow down and show grace where grace does not need to be given to none of them. The way that I used to like me some Aiden Ross, and the way that I had to turn that car around and throw him out of the trunk and forget about him when he was going up for Donald Duck, when he was sitting over here spewing his hate and bow, hello God, his filth towards black women, the obvious, how easy the racist behavior poureth out of that mouth, that disgusting, decrepit mouth, let me know that's how you've always felt, like most white peoples from Boca Raton, Florida. That's where all of the Netanyahu's, hello God, catch it. That's where they're from. That's where they live. They don't come out to the real city, girl, because they scary Mary, girl. Mm-hmm. Kai Sanat recently talked about an experience because, you know, they're allegedly beefing right now, him and Aiden Ross. Kai Sanat said the real reason I don't mess with you, gang, is because back then you allowed some people to play on him and they photoshopped Kai Sanat's picture on a plantation. Hmm. Oh, hot commodity. I saw that too. I think I reported on that. DDG found out about everything allegedly. He already knew about it, girl. Let's tell the truth. He was on stream with Aiden Ross, and he utilized, in my humble opinion, he utilized Aiden Ross and his platform to be the mouthpiece for how he really felt. But because he's in a legal situation, he didn't want to do it himself. DDG ain't fooling nobody. And neither is his ugly ass brother. And that troll of it, you know what? This ain't about the kids. Let me leave the kids alone. So, and like I said before, Kai Cenat has no care in the world, which is crazy. His mother is from, isn't she from like Grenada? Somewhere, girl. Hard times, girl. We're talking third world country tea. We're talking about poverty. I remember Kai Cenat, when he got popular, you know, you see the back videos, they'll take you on their journey and show you what the videos that made them blow up and become famous. Girl, you lived in New York City with rats. You had to plug all the holes on your body to make sure that while you were sleeping, Master Splinter and the Ninja Turtles weren't making a home in your asshole. Hello, God. You would walk out to the streets. God bless New York, and no offense to the girls from New York, because I know there's a few in here. From what I hear, the smell of the Hudson, the piss on the streets, instead of you consorting with blatant racists KKK members. You owe these people nothing. You got where you are on your own. And even if you did get help from these people, don't ever feel as if you are somebody's slave. So I am over it. I am over it. I'm sorry, y'all. I just read New York for filth. Hot Commodity said, I'm in the Bronx, but I'm cackling. Child, I mean, and D, I know D, you from New York. You know, I always have this thing about New York, girl. Like, I don't say it gives Gotham City, girl. It gives depression. It gives depression, disgrace, girl. You know, and I'm sure it's not all like that. But the thing, you know, depression. I'm just saying though, but I need these men, these successful young black men who probably have more money than Aiden, who probably have more influence than Aiden. I'm gonna need them to grab their balls and lift them up high and be reminded of their blackness, the royalty that poureth, hello God, through thine veins. I need them to be reminded of their king status, their ancestry, the real struggle. Come back down to planet Earth. Daylight come and me one go home. Yeah, girl, daylight needs to come back home, girl. So you can wake up and realize. I'm just saying though, I need these boys to stand up for truth and justice and stop letting these white folks play on your head, play on your time. Because one day when you guys become older, you will look back and regret not standing up for yourself because they were playing with you. They were treating you like slaves. I'm just telling you right now. Y'all don't see it because you're too busy. Oh, what's up, chat? How's chat doing today? Who's in the chat? Who can I collaborate with today? You need to start having values and standards and integrity and care, and that will flow through character. And again, this goes to show you that these kids have no accountability in place for their time period. They need to be shown that you can be canceled. Aiden Ross continues on his foolishness and his obvious support for violent abusers such as Tory Staines, such as Donald Duck, such as everybody else, his vitriol for the black woman. And you know what kills me about Aiden Ross? You know, he's doing what those other I forget those old YouTubers that turned into UCF girl, UFC champion fighters or whatever girl. Logan Paul Logan, whatever his name is, or him and his twin brother, just a bunch of fools. Aiden Ross now, because he's always getting banned from his own streaming platform because he's a he doesn't care about what comes out of his mouth. He now does boxing things. He sets up boxing matches with other streamers. And my thing is, Aiden Ross, why don't you get in the boxing ring? Hello. You need to get into the boxing ring. Period. I want to talk about I Show Speed just real quick, and then I'll share the link, and y'all can come on and share your thoughts. I Show Speed is one of those streamers that's different. He lives to go and experience different countries and their culture, more specifically in the athletic aspect, because that's his little thing, you know, as an athletic vibe. Um, he was recently in, ooh, what country was that? Ooh, I forget the name of the country. He was sitting in a place where there was mostly pale people, clear folk. A group of boys walked up on him. No, he wasn't in China. It wasn't China. China treated him like a king. This place was full of white peoples. These boys that looked like a frat house had these bags of chips, or if I thought they were chips, it was bags of food that had NIGGER written on them. and they were holding it and shaking these bags in his face. The only real reason I think he didn't react the way that I felt like he should have is because the security guard that was standing right behind him did nothing. Did nothing. Let me see exactly where he was at. Let me look it up real quick. Show speed. Racist country. It's somewhere in Serbia. Serbia, child. It was like Serbia or something like that. I forget. Um, I wasn't going to read all that to find out either. But my commentary is just basically like, again, what I was talking about with Kai and all these other people who don't mind selling their integrity, their human, their soul up the river for some clicks and views. Girl, you don't. And not only were they doing that, there were other moments where people were saying very racist things towards him. And we're talking about crowds and crowds and crowds of people. I believe there was another time people were throwing bananas at him. Girl, it was just a mess. And my thing is this: why don't you go to countries? Why don't you do something legendary? Why don't you do a DNA test, find out your lineage? If it just so happens that you have Caribbean or African in your system or whatever, why don't you do like a stream of hunting down your ancestry, going to visit those places? Why are you giving your time and any recognition to these spaces and places that don't really fuck with you like that? You're letting these people play on your time. Do y'all not understand how rich I Show Speed is? Him, Kai Sanat, a lot of even DDG. Like, I don't see it for him, but these are black content creators who are under the age of 30 with millions of dollars and the type of influence that they command. And you're going to let these people disrespect your entire bloodline, your history? Meanwhile, the same people that are trying to joke on you for you being black or whatever, they trying to be like us. They soaking in our shit. Hello. It's sickening and it's beyond pissing me and my homegirls off because like when I see the younger generation let stuff like that happen, because think about it, y'all. Sit around, girl. Shout out to Jasmine Crockett and AOC. They're the last. They're the last of a dying breed, baby. There's very few freedom fighters out here left, girl. Very few that are true to the cause, baby. You got these black boys out here with this type of influence and money and power and notoriety. The things that these men can do with a flick of a wrist, if they wanted something that would take 16 hours to ship to them, I guarantee you they would go, hello God, and pay who they got to pay to make sure the flash becomes a manifestation in reality, girl. They will get them that package that would, even with first class overnight mail, bitch. You done paid $200 with a flick of a wrist and they wouldn't even have to drop a dime. They would have that 16-hour package that would take you and me. They would have that within seconds. I guarantee you. How dare y'all sit around here and let these motherfuckers play on y'all like that? Especially someone like Kai, knowing what your mom and her peoples probably went through. Why are y'all little niggas? Let me tell you, I'm just gonna be all the way 100, honey. Y'all little niggas piss me off because when you should have, y'all were making prank videos and being depressed because you were in poverty and living with your single mom or your 100 kids child. Let's just tell the truth. Were you ever paying attention to the stories I'm sure they would talk about? I just want to know. Please tell me. I want to know. I like to know. Shout out to Joe. Okay? Girl, please. And another thing that pissed me off about Kai, and I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Kai pisses me off because when he was in his Shannon Sharp interview, the way that he tried to avoid the conversation about Megan, just because you had that deflated booty bitch on your platform, you had a custom Princess Peach chair made for that girl because you knew you had no choice. Let's tell the truth. That chair was only made because she didn't want to sit on none of your other chairs because that chair was going to hold in all the fluid that would be seeping from her booty. You pick sides. Y'all pick sides with people because you like them. And I hate that about y'all. I truly, genuinely dislike that about y'all. That really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, you can't even talk about Megan because you cool with Nicki. Like, y'all are pathetic. And that shows just how young and weak-minded you are. And it also goes to show what people be talking about with y'all being industry plants. Because the way that you just kind of allow yourselves to become mute when you're supposed to be a streamer, you're supposed to be vocally active and independent and speak on how you feel. And y'all be doing all this crazy shit, right? To represent your independent thought pattern. But obviously, you're a collective thinker. You have no individual thoughts. Because when asked about one of the greatest female rappers of our time, you were hush mouth because you wanted to show love to Nicki. Boy, please. Y'all over here playing around. That girl finna sit here and snort herself to death and shoulda, coulda, woulda. Queen shit my ass. I'm just saying though. That kills me. But I can't lie too. What he's been able to do for other young men around him, I still want to see what's up with that school. Remember when he did that Mafia-thon? Those earnings were supposed to go towards that school. So I need to see. Y'all be talking about how philanthropic y'all is. Some of y'all just be looking for tax shelters. Let's tell the truth. Scamiana. Hmm. Period. I shared the link if y'all want to hit it and come up briefly. I will not be up here forever. No more 6 year lives, girl. I'm telling you. They don't know the power they have to really shake shit up. They just don't understand history and how they have the biggest platforms to call it out. I'm telling you, do y'all not know if y'all encourage these new 18-year-olds from last year and this upcoming year and every year until the new presidential election takes place? Do y'all not know that if you galvanize those young people and made sure they were registering to vote and exercising that right to vote, that you might actually be able to make it better for people? Tell the truth. Hey, what's up,
Hey,
boo?
nothing. What's going on?
Hey, honey, nothing. How are you?
I'm good. I'm recuperating from this long ass weekend from last week. I guess still trying to get my life together.
Honey, first and
Oh,
foremost, I just want to shout you out, honey. You was looking good. You
oh,
raised
thank
the
you.
bar for the standard for what a reunion look is supposed to serve. The makeup, the outfit, honey, the hair,
No,
laid for the
no
god.
shade. A lot went into it, but so much went into it. It was so
At least you tried. Hello,
right.
God.
'Cause I was
Talk
like, bitch, I'm
about
not
it.
finna get these. I'm not finna get these. Let these hoes rag on me for this reunion. And I had talked so much shit prior to leading up to the reunion. So I was like, bitch, I gotta go done. Bitch, I gotta be dusty. Bitch, yeah, no. But I actually tried a new makeup artist who was really, really fab, and I'm gonna start going to him more often. His name is Jonathan Ashworth. Shout out to him. And then my hairstylist was Phenon, which Phenon is Dior's best friend, the one that was in the shop with Dior, did the shop with Dior.
Oh,
Um, and that's who did my hair or whatever. So yeah, shout out to him as well. And it was Robert Ray on the nails.
okay. Praise God. Yes, honey, all the boys was working on you. I know that's right.
Yes, I spent a great bitch. This was an expensive look, girl. I was just like, but overall I was pleased with it, and I got a lot of good feedback from it. I didn't get too many haters. I got a couple, but not too many.
Can I ask you a personal question?
What's up?
Now, you told me you tuned into my live last night, so
I did.
I've already basically said this, but since I have you here, did you have any kind of shaper, waist trainer on, or anything you were snatched? Did you have
Oh,
like that on?
shout out to Skims by Kim Kardashian. I did. I had on her like not her waist trainer, but it was like a thong. It went up my ass. It went like a thong. It went thong like, but it was like to hold my waist in. Yeah, I was wearing one. I was
So,
wearing two actually. I was wearing. That's why you see the little black trim because I had a
mhm.
black one up under, and then I had a nude one on top of it. But the nude kind of wasn't as big as the black one, so it
So
kind of
you
fucked me
had
up. But
two on. You had two of them on.
oh yeah, but I wanted to be snatched.
Let me. So you heard what I said last night, right?
Yeah, about like the jailers and them.
Pudgianas.
Yeah, put you honest. Yeah.
My thing is this. First of all, like, I know I'm not trying to get you in no mess, but like, let's tell the
Oh.
truth, girl. Like, how do these girls miss that?
I don't know, and they be talking about me. I be missing the mark, and I was really gagging walking into the reunion and seeing everybody's looks. Let me tell you something. Oh, like let me just give you this little backstory. So,
Yeah.
when Glenn walked in, I was on the fucking floor. I laughed so hard. I was just like,
Yeah.
cannot contain myself. I was just like, girl, what is he wearing? But I love Glenn down. Shout out to Glenn. But
Girl,
I
she
was
was
just
giving
gagging.
quad Lungsford from first season of Married to Medicine.
I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it, but I felt like a lot of people just missed the mark when it came to the looks, the overall looks for the reunion.
Mm.
It was supposed to be Met Gala, and it just nobody really just gave that. Now I did see comments where it was like, well, Met Gala is something different every year,
That is
which
true.
in my mind when I saw Met Gala, I thought fab, over the top, glitz and
Yeah,
glam, like
extravagant, like
yeah.
not your
And
normal shit.
I was trying to give like Real Housewives vibes. These girls came in there gave in like um back to school dance
19, yes, girl.
homecoming dance vibes. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
But
like punch. Where's the punch bowl?
yeah, like girl, okay. I guess this is what it's giving. Um and the reason why I didn't, so initially I was gonna do like half of the reunion in one outfit and then the other half in another outfit. But when I saw the chairs and how we were sitting, I could not sit in that damn corset like that, bitch. That shit was so uncomfortable. And I was like, oh no, we didn't have no back, so everything was sitting straight up on these damn bar stools. So I said, oh no, I'm just gonna wear this for the pre-show, and then I'm gonna wear this one for the reunion. I was like,
You know
it's too
what would
much.
have been cute though if they would have switched out, like if they would have did the pre-show by the bar, that would have made sense, and then did the reunion by the couch.
Bitch, I told Markel that I said, "Oh, we should do the reunion over there where the couch was, but the area in which that was in was so small, and it would not have fit all 12 or 13 people. It wouldn't have. No shade. We
Well,
would
I
have been
mean, if we would have been able, if we're gonna
13 people weren't really needed though. No shade.
I was just about to say that. But
They could
I've
have did it in
seen other
segments.
reunions on other platforms, like for the people that were just like background characters, i.e.,
Hmm.
Kelly, Lamont, Rachel. They had no purpose. So
Hmm.
in the season, so they y'all could have used that small space, but just brought them on when it was when it was relating to them. Like they could
Right,
have
which would
set.
have probably would have caused a lot less commotion and friction when people were butting into issues and stuff that had nothing to do with them and just talking because they wanted to have a moment. No shade. And I feel like if they would have separated the cast a little bit more and had it like that, then that would have made more sense because then you wouldn't have had all the extra nonsense going on.
Exactly.
So yeah,
It would have been
I
cute. But
would say that the
like that,
venue was fab.
it
The
looks
venue was
gorgeous.
fab. Um,
Gorgeous.
yeah, the venue was definitely fab. I think that we definitely, y'all definitely. I seen in the comments they was asking me, should we tune into the next two episodes? Most definitely, because so much is going to be revealed. It's one for the books though. No shade. Everybody says this is probably the best Chasing Alice reunion thus far. It's going down. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's going
It
down.
looks good. Now my thing is this though. I know you love Markel. Did you see him before he hit the stage? Did you not try to tell him, hey girl, you need to do something? Because this
Well, okay,
outfit.
so backstory to that. So I thought that Markel. Okay, so the whole time Markel had been telling me that he was going to be the reunion host, and I was like, I was really feeling like he was getting somebody else to do it, and he was just trying to gag us. Like, girl, he didn't want to tell us who. Mind you, we did not know. We didn't find out about the venue or what the venue was until the morning of at like 8 a.m. and we had to be there
When
at
when
10
did y'all
a.m.
find out he was the host?
He told me like a couple months, like a month or two ago, probably. But I
Okay.
didn't know. I thought he was pulling my chain. Like I thought he was trying to see if I was going to expose it. And so I was thinking that's why I didn't tell nobody. Which well, I wasn't gonna tell nobody anyway. But you know,
He
I
told
feel like.
me, but Markel always serves truth and justice visually, and I know that he has the coin, and I know that he has very good taste. So, like, if I
Mhm.
would have known that when he had told me that he was going to be the host, I would have been like, "Girl, you better serve truth and justice with the fashion, because I will read you."
Right, and I did. I mean, it was just basic. I think he was just basic. It wasn't nothing like over the top or nothing. I do know he had a lot going on. The whole weekend was hectic and chaotic for him. And he had a lot on his plate. And then trying to keep up with all these people and keep them tamed is a task in and of itself.
Girl,
and
even trying
and
to.
that's why and Dario had to step in several times to like calm people down and just like kind of cool the situations down because it was a lot for Markel just to take on by himself.
Child, and Dario need to realize he ain't big girl no more. He's skinny fish now, bitch. He don't need to be trying to get in
Mind
the
you,
way of the fight no more, honey.
Mind you, it was two security guards there, and I'm like, bitch,
I
y'all
didn't
not
see
gonna do
not
nothing? Is
one.
y'all not? Bitch, I know. I'm sitting there telling them bitches, y'all not gonna do nothing. Y'all just gonna sit here and watch all this shit happen. Like, girl, why isn't Daria pulling people off of people or pulling people off the stage? Girl, why aren't y'all doing your job? Girl, the security guards was the fool. They was the fool, but they was
I'm not
fine. They
gonna
was fine,
lie.
but the fool.
I think Markel did a good job navigating the conversation and getting certain people to admit their foolishness. But there were moments like with Mother, and I know you. It's hard to control grown motherfuckers, but
Mhm.
you gotta rein it in, honey. And for as a viewer though, I don't want to have to see the executive. I don't have to the owner have to walk across my screen 2 or 3 times throughout 45 minutes.
To calm
I
me
don't want to
down.
see this. Very unprofessional and very unbecoming. But I guess you got to do what you
Yeah.
got to do when security's not doing their job.
Yeah. Well, I will also say that though the whole process of it was very extensive. We was there 8 hours filming. Um, a lot was discussed, a lot was talked about. One thing that I would okay, let me say this because I got a lot of like backlash about people being like, oh, that wasn't cute that you were being funny or you was making jokes about being on the run. And I was like, okay, well, one, in my introduction that Markel gave me, he's the one that made the comment on the run, or she's on tour, she's on the run, or whatever the case may be.
Mm.
So when it got to my segment, I used that as a laughing point because I was like, yeah, girl, on the run, like Beyonce or whatever the hell I said. And so for people to be like, girl, it's just not cute to be making a joke. I'm like, bitch, he made a joke of it, so I made a joke of it as well. Like, girl, what's the problem? And bitch, for Kelly and them to be so uptight about it, girl, like y'all really don't give a damn. So I don't understand why y'all even speaking to me about it. Like, girl, shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone. Um, and then I also did not like how when Markel asked me a question about what he said. He said, "Do I Oh, how did I feel about the negative like the negative comments and stuff like that about my makeup and my hair?" And I was just basically saying, like, bitch, like I just rose above all the negative comments and all the hatred and all the extra shit. Like, I felt like that was a good, sufficient enough answer for me. Bitch, again, I came into this reunion a little bit hot because these bitches have played with me all season long, and I'm now watching it and seeing everything. So now it's time for me to get my chance, girl, because y'all bitches are not gonna play with me. So that's why I came in with the attitude that I did come in. But even when I said my answer, girl, Jeff was like, that wasn't good enough. That like he
You
wanted me to he want. I was like,
can I
girl,
speak?
shut up and mind your business.
Can I
Yeah.
speak? Let me speak to that real quick. I think what Jeff and Markel were wanting to pull from you was
Hmm.
exactly what we spoke about during our first introduction on a live. You went into great depth and detail about how you felt with the initial bad things that were said about you
Hmm.
from the reviewer community and a lot of the people in the comment section as well. So you went into great length about like how that made you feel. And I think they were just looking for
That.
that answer again to add more depth. That way the viewers can take a step back out of themselves and be like, okay, we need to start thinking like how I did. You have to start
Yeah.
thinking about what you say about people because you know what I'm saying? Like even though I still do what I do and say what I say sometimes, but those girls deserve it. Let's tell the truth.
No, I guess
There's
I guess I didn't look at it like that though, and I understand what you're saying. I think that it coming into this reunion, I was not in that space, like that vulnerable space. Like I felt like I had gave everybody enough vulnerability for me with it, and no shade, bitch. For me and Donnie to really, me, Donnie, and really kind of Rio to be the only one that really dove deep into like our personal lives, and I went a little bit deeper than them. You know what I'm saying? And exposed that, and nobody else kind of shared anything personal. You don't know nothing about none of these other bitches. I don't know nothing about them, you know. And so for me to have given all that this season and be trashed for it and be like, you know, just like whipped around for it, I came into this reunion not on that type of energy. I came in on, bitch, I need to check some shit, girl. That's just not the mindset I was in. I was not in a vulnerable space where I was gonna like be vulnerable in front of a whole bunch of bitches that I don't fuck with. It just wasn't giving that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't in. If it was me, my homegirl, or me and mother, or me and somebody else, like, okay, you might have got that out of me. But bitch, in front of bitches that are my ops and stuff like that, no, I'm cool on that.
No, I definitely understand where you're coming from because I too have paid attention to a lot of very weird, diabolical, disrespectful, like going beyond what I've ever said about anybody. Um, and at that point, it's just like it's not even critiquing, criticism. It's just y'all are just being nasty and foul. And I can
Yeah.
get you had already lived in that space of vulnerability, and you just like, you know what, I'm going to step into this, not playing with none of these cunts. And it definitely showed. The outfit, like I said, the outfit, the look, everything you served was definitely given. I did not come to play with these hoes.
I'm glad. I'm glad it all translated though. No shade, because it was. I almost thought I wasn't gonna make it to the damn reunion, bitch. Everybody. It seemed like the day before. The day before was the most hectic day for me, which it always is. And it's just like, who is this? Hey,
Hey D, how you
um,
doing?
Hey,
nothing super was going right that day, but it all came through. What's going
you
on,
know,
D?
I'm good. Y'all know I never come up here.
How are you?
I
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just
I
listening to
seen you on
ladies.
somebody else's live.
You see me on somebody's.
Yeah, I did. On Abby with Abby and them, weren't you recently?
Oh, probably with Really B's birthday.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I know. I just
yeah.
remember seeing your name before.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me tell you, you were my favorite best dressed, Chloe. No shade.
Oh, thank you.
So, and
Thank you.
listen, anybody that wants to talk about your outfits, you could tell you're elevating, you're evolving in the way how you present yourself,
Hmm.
and that's a
I'm
good thing.
trying.
That's
Yeah,
a,
I'm trying.
you doing well. You ate. Everybody else that was talking shit about your outfits looked a fucking mess. You look
Thank you. I
And
appreciate that.
and how I know y'all don't really fuck with Ted Lee is when no one told him, girl, your face is falling to the left.
Bitch, he had a stroke or something, girl.
good. Wait, did he really?
I think so. That's what everybody says, girl. I don't know. I don't know
Mm.
how about, I don't know how true it
I
is, but
just
girl.
wanted him to take those Stevie Wonder ass shades off. Like the fit was nice. I hated those glasses. It was like he just had like eye surgery and he had them big ass glasses on. I hated them.
Mind you, he was one of the last people to show up to the set. Okay, hold on. We were supposed to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Do you not know that these
Mhm.
bitches didn't start strolling in there until like 10:30, 11? Almost we didn't start filming it until 12:30, 1 o'clock.
That's
Bitch, we didn't get out of there till 8 ish. Like girl, but Teddy was one of the last people to show up, girl. Ugh.
and to show up looking like that.
It was crazy. Like, bitch, it was Tedley. Tedley was like one of the last ones, and then the Thrustler HS, whatever they call him, the threesome, whatever the fuck they call him.
All right,
Zesty and Rio was
mother.
this. I
I
know,
don't
right?
know.
Zesty and Rio was like the last ones actually. I think that showed up, but
I hated Zesty's outfit. It gave Miss Bellum from Powerpuff Girls.
girl, I died when somebody said she gave a knockoff version of Annie, bitch, on the show.
I hated it.
And let me just say, and I had to really get into her ass because I was like, bitch, y'all not finna keep talking about me and what I do as a professional or
Mhm.
whatever the fuck I do, bitch. And y'all got your homegirl over here who just posted an ad 2 days ago, bitch. And then Miss Rachel tried to chime in talking about, she been talking about, she been said she's done it in the past. I say I'm not talking about the past, bitch. I'm talking about the present, bitch. She's currently doing it, girl. And for y'all to sit here and try to read me for a girl, boy, why don't y'all read her too?
So I have a question about your relationship between Kelly and Rachel. Are you
Mm-hmm.
guys friends, or do you guys what are you guys at?
Uh, So I would say that me, Kelly, and Rachel, I've known both of them since prior to filming. So I knew them before the show.
Hmm.
Uh, me and Kelly were friendly. I felt like we was more friendly than what was portrayed.
Yeah.
She came to my house at one time. She was talking to one of my kids, and she was interested in joining my house, my ballroom house, and
Hmm.
but this is actually pre her transitioning. Like this was her as a boy, and
Okay.
so she was asking me questions about transitioning and stuff like that. I was giving her pointers and things like that. And then I seen her 2 years later. She had titties and boom, boom, bam. It just happened like that. So I was like, okay, cool.
Hmm.
So I met her again in her new self whenever we started filming. Rachel, I've been on her for probably 6 or 7 years, and we've always been intertwined in like similar circles. But I won't say that we was like best friends, but we was homegirls. Like we was cordial. You know, we kept it cute. But again, we did fight outside before the show. Now I don't fuck with Kelly, and me and Rachel are cordial.
Okay. So can I ask why you don't fuck with Kelly, or is it that like
I
that?
mean, for me, I just did not like. I didn't like how.
Because you
I
seem
feel
cool in
like
the beginning of the series of the season.
no, no, yeah, we was really cool.
Yeah.
Because she was giving me rides and everything. So I think it kind of fell flat for me whenever she started maneuvering different. She started moving different, and it was like. Okay, so it was like
Come on.
I feel like she has a thing for Lamont. I'm not gonna hold you. I think she has a thing for
I
Lamont.
think a lot of them have a thing for him. I know.
Yeah, I mean like we all played
Can
with this
you
whole
can you
huh?
expound on why you feel that?
Yeah, okay. I'm finna
Hmm.
go into great detail about this. This actually happened the day of the reunion. So, um, we actually like throughout the season. You know, me and Rachel had this back and forth about you stepping on my toes, you stepping on my toes. That's my man, my man, my man. That was between me and her and Mother, kind of, because Mother was the same way. Um, Kelly was always the girl that was like. Y'all need to stop doing that because he's got a whole wife, he's got a whole girlfriend, woo, 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 all this and all that or whatever. Throughout the whole season, this is her MO. This is what she says.
Who
Okay, well,
said this?
come reunion
Kelly?
night. Yeah,
Kelly.
Kelly. This is what
Okay.
yeah, this is what Kelly was saying. So come reunion night after the reunion, after we get done filming, all the cast besides me, everybody went pretty much, I think, to this house party where they was doing like karaoke and stuff like that. And it was told to me that Miss Kelly was in the corner backing it up on Lamont and belligerently drunk and hanging all over him all night long. And so
Mm.
then I was like, well, girl, you got a whole man and you was talking about us and he got a girlfriend. So now it's giving you was really at us because he was paying us more attention than you, is what I feel like. And now the tables are turning and it's okay. It's okay now because I don't know. She just moves really weird for me, and it's real snake like, and I just don't get. I don't get down with that.
Hmm.
That's the same energy Rachel be serving. Like
Yeah,
it's like
it's
these,
I
those
be
girls
trying
in
to
the
like Rachel
community.
so much, but
They're only driven
it's
by
it's
dick.
so hard.
it's hard. You wanna. She's like Nicki Minaj. You wanna love her so much, but then you
Not
fuck up.
really. Not really.
But that's why like I be having
Not
like this
really.
like love hate relationship with her. Like we be cool for a moment, and then it'd be like, girl, she say something slick, and I'd be like, bitch, don't make me dot that I again. Like, yeah.
Gagging.
The only thing that kills me is that, the reason I wanted you to expound is because I wanted to see if it equated to how I feel Rachel was moving, and it's spot on. There's this like, okay, this desire. What has obviously this man is a philanderer. Obviously, he's a free for all. He is for the streets, in the words of Future. Hello, God. He is for the streets. But my thing is what someone has to give you an idea that it's okay to either think about them, approach them that way, unless these girls just live in pure delusions of grandeur.
No, it's not pure delusion. He definitely gives the girls like the green light. He definitely is very flirtatious. You know, he'll wine and dine the girls and make the girls feel like they can play with him like that. That's something that he does. He has a very um free spirited personality, I'll say. I know that I'll say this, and I probably could get in trouble for saying this, but girl, I don't give a fuck. Who gonna whoop me?
Yeah.
Lamont. So what was crazy to me was a lot of the times Lamont had his girlfriend at the scenes, but he would leave her in the car, and and I asked myself, well, why do you keep leaving her in the car? Like, why aren't you bringing her inside? Like, girl, what the fuck? Like, even the Valentine's Day party, she was in the car, and I was
No.
like, yes, she was. And I was like, why don't you, he was like, well, I don't want her. She don't got to be in every scene with me. I don't want, that's not the look I'm going for. That's not what I'm going for. And I was just like, oh, okay. And in a sense, I almost felt like maybe he's not comfortable. Maybe he's not comfortable being himself around her, which could be, which is understandable. Like maybe you're not comfortable in this space with your girlfriend. Um, Come to find out, she made comments about Rachel being like, chummy chummy with him, and so I think that she was clocking the tea while the season was progressing, but he was trying to keep her away from ever finding out. I believe, in my heart of hearts, I believe he didn't want her to find out.
Well, she's a delusional cunt anyway, because why first of all, this is like the type of dynamic they had in this whole like season development thing, her sitting in the car, it's giving old heteronormative old dirty bastard vibes. The niggas that
Hmm.
take the girl's car like Jody did, or homegirl, Yvette Honey, taking and dropping her off
Not
at,
baby boy.
that's
Not baby
that's
boy.
that's giving me right there. I don't like that, because like, girl, are you that stupid to just sit in
Hmm.
the car you're wasting? You could be at home filling those toilet spray bottles of his and helping. If you want to do something, be productive. Don't just sit in a car eating Burger King and then waiting for your man to be done with whatever it is he's doing.
Well, see, and what's so crazy
Here's
is
the
that lady is so supportive of that man, and she pushes him to do everything that he does, and that's why I'm like, it kind of gives me more so like a PR, like your PR lady,
girl,
or
it's
maybe like,
giving the elf on the shelf. It's giving Santa's helper. Girl, what are you
oh
gonna
my
do?
god,
The elves don't get nothing in return for their services. They are slaves to Santa. Girl, you need to
oh
get your
wow,
shit together. Go out and feed the reindeer. I'm sure Rudolph needs a friend, girl. Like, come on.
yeah.
I just can't with these kind. She's too grown for that. And both, she's 37. I think she's in
No,
her
no, she's
40s.
older. She's older than 37 because she's older than
No,
him. I think
that's
she's
what I
like
was saying.
40s.
He's
Oh yeah,
37 and she's in her 40s. So my thing
yeah.
is this, you're a grown ass girl. What are you doing allowing a nigga to play on you like this? But from that conversation that we saw from that when he was doing all the lies and dodging about Rachel's situation, I
Yeah,
can
they was
tell
they
that
was
she's definitely
he was
slick.
like it was like he had tried to make up a story to try to coerce or make it seem like they was in on it together because she was like, yeah, clock that T.
Well,
You could have
no,
been
I'm
with us
talking
together.
all
Oh,
that
which one you talking
scene.
about?
But all of it, every time she appeared on my screen, in the
Oh,
original one when she and Lamont were having that conversation during the season about Rachel, I can
when they were
tell
walking.
yeah, she has an IEP. I can tell. Like, there are special instructions for her because she just don't know how to read a room. She don't know how to read body language, and maybe she does, and she's probably just that delusional too. My man, my man, my man. I'ma stick beside him, even
But
if
do
he
you
does smell
remember?
like toilet water.
Do you remember when he was talking about like the whole sexuality thing and talking about sex and stuff like that? She was like, she made the comment and was like, oh, all that you got to say all that, or you got to be that explicit, or something. She made some type of comment like that. She was like, why so explicit, or something like that. Which that let me know that girl, you're really an info. Like you're really not for the shit. You really don't get down like that. Like you know what I'm saying. Like this is something that he has put on you, because you don't give me like hot box, bust down gangbang type of girl. You give me like this my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him. But
Because you heard
you're
what
just
she
doing this for.
said in that scene when they were walking. She said, and I quote, "I wasn't supposed to love you,
Oh
Curtis."
yeah, he did say that. She did. I
She
forgot
said,
about
"This
that.
was supposed to be fun, but I ended up falling for you. And look what
He's
happened.
a
So it
he's
didn't
a
go your
charmer.
way." So it's giving that you're easily manipulated. And shout out to Tracy. I'm definitely giving the girl a lot because I'm pro woman, honey. I'm pro anybody who I'm sitting around watching be a blatant fool. You're in your fucking 40s. Get your life together, girl. This is not Anna Mae Bullard, honey, and fucking psycho ass husband. This is you needing to find your independence in your own voice, Ariel. It's time to get up out of the ocean and discover a whole new world, bitch. Period. I'm an advocate for people having their own voices, their own thought processes, not sitting around here letting this man. And then you hear what he said to the disrespect. I didn't want you to be out here being all promiscuous. Why did you go directly to that? And then at the end of that, continue to say, we need to find us something to do tonight, honey. I like the man. We need a real nigga in the bed with us. Girl, if you don't take that trickery on somewhere, who are y'all talking to?
Now,
It's
now let me give you.
disrespectful to
Now let me
her.
give you this though. Let me give you this though, because I honestly don't feel. I feel like Rachel was the very first trans girl that Lamont had ever messed with though, and I say that because I remember back when we had the conversation, me, him, and Robert Ray, and him making the statement. He didn't know what did he say? He was like when he saw her penis, he didn't know like what she was exuding. Like it was weird. It was odd for him. Like he didn't know like should he go down on it or what he should do with it because like he's like, well, you're a female presenting, but you got a dick. It was like he was confused. So I don't feel like he's ever went down that road before. I don't.
Child, well, he down to go down all the roads now. He done getting all these experience under his belt, and it's be fine. Like if y'all want to live your lives openly, outwardly like that, that's fine. Like it's 2025. There are plenty of people. They got a whole show called Sister Wives, bitch. Like people live your life, and if you are going to talk about stuff on a show, don't be surprised when people scrutinize or they have questions or comments or concerns or whatever the case may be. Just live authentically yourself. That's all I'm asking for. And these
Yeah.
girls sit around here, they act real blind. Girl, you okay?
Them sound like gunshots.
Girl, you fighting those rats in New York, bitch?
He muted his phone real quick.
Girl, sound like
Somebody,
Them is
it's
gunshots.
fireworks. I don't know why they had decided to do fireworks at this hour.
Oh,
that's
I
New
like bitch. Them
York.
gunshots.
Oh no, guns don't sound like that.
Oh, I'm
I've heard
screaming.
I've heard gunshots out here. They don't sound like that. That's that's
Mm.
that's definitely.
I thought you had like the fire extinguisher smashing it against one of those raccoon-sized rats, child, that I be talking
Now,
about.
YB, I love you. You're my brother, but you go take your neck off of the New Yorkers.
I'm just saying, honey, every time I see that those clips of them big ass raccoons and them rats in them Chinese restaurants, child, down there on the avenue, I'd be like, girl, I don't know.
Hold on. So D, you're in the house of Demir Versailles.
Yeah, hold on, because they still hold on. Give me a few minutes.
Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, it was a good
Yo, these
experience.
niggas is loud. That's actually was going to be my next question for you.
Oh,
Because I
what's up?
know you're in ballroom. I'm in ballroom too.
Hmm.
Yeah, from the house of Demir Versailles. I'm a DMV.
I
Um,
mean, mainstream wise, I'm a gorgeous Gucci.
yes.
I started off as a Gotti, and then I was an Escada
Mhm.
for like 7 years until my daddy Danny had passed away,
Okay.
and Maine had separated and went to Tishi and stuff. And then after Escada, I was the mother of the House of Lux, and I didn't really like
Okay.
it. I didn't like it, but Nemo was my daddy, so I kind of tried to stick it out with that, and then I came over to Gorgeous Gucci about a year and a half ago.
But you in the Kiki scene too.
Yes, I'm the Texas founding mother. So I founded like the Gulf Coast region of bondage like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you able to showcase any ballroom
Yeah,
stuff
actually
here?
I had well no, they weren't able to I didn't show any balls, but
Mhm.
my kids
Girl.
had practice. literally. Literally. But no, my kids we did have a practice or whatever and we
Mhm.
had a couple of meetups where it was filmed. I think well, I don't know. Let me find what episode it is and I'll send it to you. I'll let you know. Because it's
No
on one
problem.
of the episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
If
But
I get
yeah.
a chance to come back, I'm definitely gonna show it more. And if I get my spin off, I'm definitely gonna be more
Okay. I'm
impressed with my
definitely
episodes.
here for it. But what do you walk? Are you
I
dying,
walk.
sir?
I walk best dressed, sneaker versus
Mhm.
sneaker. I used to walk.
Mm.
I used to walk drag races back in the day before I became a film queen.
Mhm.
Um, I came out in like 2013, so like back in the lipstick Black Glamour Bar era in the Gulf Coast. I used
Right.
to walk against Prada when she was the West in Africa. No, I'm sorry, Prada when she was the Ebony in Africa West. So I was back in them days, but I haven't walked
Mm.
realness in a long time. Other than that, I just walk
Oh,
like fashion categories, and I
you will
make.
get grand prize for realness, baby.
Thank
Grand
you.
prize.
And then I really, I'm in the background of my house. I kind of just help my kids with their effects. I'm very creative and I make like props and stuff like that. So that's really my thing. Which I'm gonna try to show that a little bit more on the show too, because I didn't get to show that at all.
Definitely.
Sure.
What's the next ball you're gonna go to?
It's actually a ball here. That we're
Hmm.
it's the hey Cameron, Cam, what's the ball? What's the next ball we're going to? What's the ball? What's the ball coming up? What's the ball coming up? The next one? Oh yeah, the Hustlers Ball. So
Who's that?
The Nikes are having a Hustlers Ball, which I'll be attending.
Okay.
I
Oh, I'm talking to
yeah.
somebody in the house of Nike. Let me shut the fuck up.
Oh, is you? Who? Oh, I know who.
It,
No,
it,
I'm funny.
I'm not saying names.
Okay, okay, okay. But no,
who's Cameron?
Huh?
Cameron's my son. Cameron's my son.
Oh,
Not
okay.
the one. That's not my daddy. Yeah. She has the thing for Anthony West, my daddy.
Anthony West, honey. I like
Yeah, she YB is infatuated with him.
Yes, he is.
love me.
Yeah. I'm
He's never
screaming.
around, girl. Like he's
Yes,
trying
he
to.
is. Bitch, he stays in my same apartment complex, girl. I just don't be. I'm not, you don't be around when we be on the phone.
Yeah, he needs to be. And we're on here a lot these
Yeah,
days.
we are.
We need to schedule a
No,
time shout
I
out.
actually sent it. Hold on. You want to know something funny? I was at the store the other day, and he was no. He called me, and he was like, "Chloe, why am I at the gas station?" And this motherfucker just walked up to me and said, "Hey, are you from Chasing Dallas?" I was like, "Girl, no, ma'am." He was like, "Yes. Why? Why are these people recognizing me from the fucking show?" I said, "Well, girl, that's Dallas for you." But yeah, it was a key. It was a key.
Maybe you can come along for the next season. That might be cute. Or be
Right.
able to see, bring him
He
around.
actually so he actually was on the ballroom show that we filmed with Reese G called The Scene. He was
Okay.
a cast member on that, but it never came out. But yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. We had did a lot of work. That was my first actual web reality show I had did was The Scene. I threw a barricade at Gia. Um it
You be
was
doing
it
all
was
that.
epic.
You know
I
what would be
know.
really cute? And again, y'all don't have to listen to me. This is just my creative hat blowing off here. Um,
Mhm.
you probably don't know D very well, but I know D very well. And I just think that connection right there is D, doesn't this fall in line with what you got going on YouTube?
Yeah.
Maybe y'all should connect and maybe you can interview the family, honey.
It,
Interview the
it,
family.
it would be yeah, that would be dope. That would definitely be
All
dope.
right.
But
So what do you do on YouTube?
well, when I first Robbie remembers this. When I first came out, I came out like around COVID time. So I was
Hmm.
really doing like reviews of shows and movies, and I think that's how we met, right?
Yeah.
Robbie?
Hmm.
That's how we met. But I haven't really been too active on my YouTube channel, and I've been like for the last I want to say year. I want to say I've been heavily involved in ballroom. I've always been mostly a spectator. I've been around since. Not, I mean, let's say around, but I've been more of a spectator for ballroom since Laomi was in the village voguing and nobody saw it for her.
Oh wow, that was a long time ago.
That's how I've been around being in the village as a little gay boy. Seeing Laomi before she transition, voguing and people not seeing her. I'm like, we not. I'm like, Mama is killing it, but because it was something new, because Laomi brought something new to the scene, people wasn't seeing it for her back then. That was like I want to say 2007, 2008. And I've been approached by different groups before, by different houses. I've been approached by the House of Dior before. They invited me to balls. I would never go. But one of my the DMV practice come to the DMV practice, and he's been asking me for like months. And I've always loved ballroom, but I've never put myself in it, but I've went to practice. I practice performance, um realness, and sex art. I fell in love with it, and I've been walking since January, and I love it. And I've for my YouTube channel, I've been mostly focusing on a lot of ballroom content where I watch
Oh, I'm sorry to cut
balls
you off. Give
live.
Chloe your Instagram,
Um,
child. You like what you see too, Chloe.
Let
These
me go to it.
body, yachty,
so it's
body, yachty,
basically
honey. Like,
actually it's anime, and then it's Demir Versailles.
Anime.
Yeah, it's anime Demir Versailles. I'm trying to change my name to that, but they don't want me to. And
Do
they
you
rather.
happen to do you happen to know 23 Nike? He was a Demir Versailles for a while, but he just left. I think recently. 23. He's they call him the baby. He's like he walks 6 hours out here in the Gulf Coast. Have
Nah,
you ever
nah,
heard
nah.
of him?
I don't know,
No.
but I just know
Okay.
one Nike. Well,
Okay. Okay.
you know what? No, I know like three Nikes that are doing
Oh, so you know they
CBD.
shine. You know they shine.
They shine.
Yeah, he's legendary for like runway. He's like they call him international. He walks runway. He's the Demir Versailles actually still to this day.
If I see the thing is too, like there's so many
Faces, yeah, faces,
ENTs that even when
yeah.
we had a ball a couple of weeks ago, I'm like they were like this is such and such. I'm like who is that?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, I get it, I get
It's
it.
so many. It's
And you're
we
from
have
New York?
branches in Russia. I'm from New York, but I'm also Caribbean based too. So
Okay. What the? Well, I'm finna check out your Instagram and see what it's talking about. Let me see.
definitely. But yeah, like a lot of my content recently has been ballroom related.
Demir. Hold on, anime Demir Versailles.
Mm-hmm.
I might be spelling this wrong. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it. It just popped up. It just popped up. Okay, here you go. Boom. Follow. A singer, dancer, writer, actor, pop
Yeah,
culture,
that's
fashion
me.
blogger, fashion designer. Oh damn, you got a lot of thing on your record on your resume. Like Beyonce on the run. Hello. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's nice. Okay, work out. I just sent you. I just followed you.
Nice. I appreciate it.
No problem.
yeah.
But yeah, YB. This was definitely one of them damn reunions for the motherfucking books, bitch. Oh,
Shout
and
out.
so I do want to say something about Miss Thing that had so much to say about me last night, girl. Well, he said so much, but so little, girl. Miss Stavion, whatever his name is, girl.
Hmm.
Girl, I just not did not appreciate the fact that he tried to compare my struggle to Astro's struggle. And one thing I'm not going to do is sit here and pick apart Astro because I love Astro Dan. He's cool people, and I'm never the type to like pick apart people's like living situations or something like that. So
Right.
for him to try to compare like people, I guess ragging on his living situation and then giving me some grace with when it comes to what I do or whatever the case may be. I just didn't find the correlation in it. I didn't understand where he was trying to connect the dots, like they weren't connecting for me. And then he tried to throw out that people are colorists, and I guess that they favor me more because I'm light skinned, and that's some bullshit. And I thought me and him had got to like a better understanding when we had a conversation after what happened. And but I'm guessing we're not because I keep hearing him like kind of like try to throw little digs at me, but give me my powers, but like not really because he's like, well, maybe she
He,
should. She's all right.
well, she did. He did. There was a moment where he did give you like definitely come back next season and you know
Yeah,
and do
it
your
just
thing.
be nice,
Um,
nasty kind of like it'd be like, but I just
I
was like, girl, no.
I I I I don't. I didn't watch. I did. I did the playback, but I didn't get
Hmm.
to that part exactly yet. But I do want to say this. In my perspective, Astro is going to stay the same, like I talked about last night, and like I said in my reviews when he was on the platform.
Hmm.
You cannot be sitting out here, and we're not going to compare you two because you're living like Diamond said. Use what you got to get. Well, Ronnie said it first, child. Use what you got to get what you want, and chill other times. Don't live there too long, but hustle and do what you got to do. You're doing what you got to do to support a roof over your head in business and do your thing. He, on the other hand, young minded, not really you over here selling out, talking about you're the queen of this and the queen of that, but girl, your priority
Hmm.
up. At least close. So again, the two of you don't belong in the same conversation.
Right.
Just
That's
that's
why I was
what that was.
confused. I was just confused. I was like, girl, what? So I don't know. I just that's why I wanted to say, well, girl, what did you mean by that? Like, girl, or what was you trying to get at? And how do you feel like people are colorist towards me and show me like? Because I feel like, bitch, people have been giving me they got the whole season, girl. They have been ragging on me the whole season, girl. I have not had it easy. So let's not act like I did just because I'm light skinned. Like that's crazy.
You definitely had your struggles, the same way we've been whipping all the other lighter skinned people to shreds too. So, I
Bitch, and why be you fall under the same motherfucking color chart as us? How stop playing with us?
no, I'm saying though,
No, I'm just saying.
didn't we hold your feet to the fire? We held Jet Jeff to the fire. We held Donnie to the fire. We held um real.
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna be
know.
real shady just now, but I can't.
Roseanne.
I cannot be a hypocrite. So you know,
When you said that he was serving Roseanne, I can't unsee that now.
Oh Jesus.
It is
honey,
definitely even Roseanne. No
Girl,
shade.
this bitch showed up to this reunion with a fucking blowout, girl, with curlers in his head, girl. I said, bitch, I'm done. I said, I'm done,
Um,
bitch.
she needs to face the fact that I think she's balding. Her hair is definitely thinning, and
and
it's
it's not
She
probably
that
blamed
because
it.
of her
ball.
alcoholism.
She
Embrace
blames it
that
on Donnie
ball.
pulling her hair out. She said Donnie pulled her hair out, and she got bald
Mm.
spots because of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
I,
definitely, and she's getting big, girl. She's better stop. She has no neck now. She's starting to look like Mr. Brown.
Hold on, I didn't say. Hold on, Anna, I didn't say that I have it easy being light skinned. That's
No,
not
no,
what I
no,
said.
no. No, she's actually agreeing with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. My
I
bad. My
think
bad.
that's how it sounds to me. I think she's agreeing with you. Like they're saying that that might be your cause for that.
Oh, okay,
You know?
okay, yeah. Cause that's
so
how he was trying to make it seem, girl. He was trying to make it seem like I had it easy. I was like, bitch, no, I had a struggle. I struggled. The fuck?
I have a question for Chloe.
What's up?
I'm trying to phrase it in a way where it doesn't come off. Okay, so what? So okay, would you say that you and Jet Jeff are like good, or you guys have an issue?
Hmm. Um, eh, we were leading up into the reunion. We definitely had the issue. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know where we stand now. Really, I don't know. I'm kind of like in limbo with him. I just,
Mm-hmm.
me and him don't see eye to eye. We're just, and I think we came to the realization that we just don't see eye to eye on certain things. I don't like the whole just because I don't know how to fight, I can say what I want to say, or I can be so
Mm-hmm.
over social media, all that stuff. Like I don't like all that. Like I don't and bitch don't nobody get no passes. Like girl, fuck all that. But I had to realize why being him had to tame me down a little bit and was like, girl, you can't just be so ready to thump on a hoe. But I'm just like, girl, I just can't allow somebody to just play with me like that. And that's why, like in the last episode, whenever he started talking, the way he started talking to Donnie when Trey Howard got there, I just cannot get jiggy with it. And I was like, my nigga, you have not been talking like this whole time, and now Trey Howard's here. You feel like you got a backup, you got a backup here, and now you want to go for the juggler. I said no, we're not doing that. Like bitch, you talk to him how you was just talking to him. Like girl, don't do that. Like girl, don't get Billy Badass because you got somebody you feel like is gonna help you out, bitch. No, we're not doing that. So that's just what kind of my kind of disdain with him goes.
My thing is this, and I'll say this in a way I think everybody can understand. I
Mm-hmm.
understand like you're taking very real people from very real situations and putting them on a platform, right? But I
Hmm.
think the idea of it is almost how it is on Real Housewives. We fight with the banter, we fight with the shade, we fight with the words, and that's really I think where Jet Jeff comes at from it. Like, girl, I know I can't fight, but I'm gonna slay you with these words. And honestly,
Yeah.
that's what the people be wanting, girl.
No, it
Like,
is.
go ahead.
No. I would say yeah, it is. It is most
Uh,
definitely. I get it.
that's what the people be wanting. Like, can you? That's where we get our lifeline. Like, of course, we can love a good fight. That's cute. But like, we love those punchline moments where the girls are just going for the jugular with those words and reading rainbow style, girl. No hooked on phonics, child. So I think that's what it is. And like when the girls get ready to fight, not saying this is you because you obviously we've seen you read. Um, but like sometimes it can be insinuated that maybe those girls can't read, so that's why they resort to just straight up wanting to just fight all the time. You know, Rio,
Yeah,
hello.
I get that. And you want to know something is that I felt like I think where I kind of really just lost touch with Judge F was
I, I
whenever. Oh, go ahead.
I will
Can't hear you. What
say
happened?
this, but I'm not gonna mention names.
Okay.
Some of the girls came. I can't.
Hello.
I think my fucking thing is acting up.
We hear you. Oh no,
Hello,
you keep.
because I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
hear
I
you.
think
I hear you.
because I don't know if I think I was talking over Bobby by accident because I couldn't really hear him.
Oh.
What I was saying is that without mentioning names, I feel like some of the girls that had an issue with Jet Jeff, it came off as them being jealous of him, or they wanting the spot that he's in.
Mm. I mean, I can see that for some people, but for me, that wasn't the case.
Mother,
And the thing
talk
is, I
about
didn't
mother, man.
see it on you, but I saw what happened.
You saw that
No.
on mother.
Yeah,
That was
mother, most definitely, most definitely.
I saw it on Mother. I'm sorry. I'm
and
not gonna
Donnie.
lie. It came off as she wanted to be the head bitch in charge, and she to me, I didn't understand her issue with Jack Jeff at first.
No, it was definitely giving pick me energy.
It
She
really
wanted to be what
was.
to call it, and she knew who she needed to take out in order to get that or to achieve this top spot, which she failed. She didn't get there. It
Mhm.
was very lackluster or whatever. Now I will say that me coming into it, I gave Judge Jeff a gift the very first time I met him. You know, he
Right.
came to my house, we talked. So we had developed some type of friendship or some type of co-workers, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Um, but it fell flat for me whenever we he felt some type of way about me saying I feel like this should be his last season or he shouldn't be coming back. Granted, I was like, bitch, because I always was told, well, if you don't get it by the third season, girl, it's a wrap. That's what they've always said. So I was just like, girl, Jeff, Teddy, it's time for y'all to go. But I was just being funny. I guess he took it to heart or whatever. And so when we was at Markel's birthday dinner, he didn't give me this energy that he gave me 2 days later when he was on live on Harvey on the Live. And that's where I was like, girl, we was just in front of each other. You was just in my face, girl. If you had an issue with something I said weeks ago, you could have said it to me when we were sitting at dinner next to each other, but you didn't. So that's why I feel like, girl, you pick and choose when you want and when you have an audience and stuff like that, which I get it. It's for the cameras, whatever. I don't know. But I'm
I
just
would
not that
say
girl.
I would say keep Jet Jeff. Y'all can get rid of Tedley because he don't know what he chasing. Every season he chasing something different.
I say we could keep Jeff friend of the show. Friend of the show. You know what I'm saying?
See, look at y'all.
See, that's right.
I,
That's why I feel like I be at him.
I don't
I
mind
guess.
him being
No,
main
okay.
again. I will say the people that should come back, yourself, Jet Jeff. Even though Donnie to me be all over the place, Donnie.
No, I don't want. Actually, I don't want Donnie back. Okay.
Is that your friend right now? That's
I
not
mean,
your friend.
yeah, sort of, kind of. I don't know.
Maybe not maybe y'all could bring back Mother. Y'all could bring back.
Mother gonna have to maintain a job and get a chase.
I can't
No
with y'all.
shade. No shade. Love down, girl. She talked about my boss. It's gloves off.
No, I hear you. I think definitely moving forward, we need to make sure that at least that the top tier girls that will be returning, at least y'all have something going on that's consistent and worthy to be praised. Because I really don't want to see another season where I'm barely getting to know the chase. I want to know, like, and the girls, like I'm telling you right now, if you know y'all coming back, or even if you think you are, or even if you're not coming back, make those
Bitch,
reels
gear
now.
up. Gear up.
Take those pictures now of your inventory, your product play, do product placement, do what you got to do. Get ready to even now we got other like take your commercial, talk to Andario, see if they can throw your T-shirt commercial thing on the therapist show, and then when all the other chasing platforms come out,
Right.
like
So I would say that going into like whatever the hell happens after this, I feel like it's going to be in the best interest of of this franchise to bring it down because it was way too many people this season. I feel like I feel like it could really be like 5 to 6 main people and then maybe a couple supporting people. To be honest, because I feel like we weren't able to actually get our points or our stories across because it was so many different people trying to like tell their stories and nobody really was able to convey who they really was. No shade. It was just a lot of fluff and bullshit. There was a lot of fluff and bullshit. What I will also say is that I feel like, moving forward, not only do they need to narrow it down, but they also need to it would be nice if we had like more of a timeline or like a deadline, I'll say, to have these like events and things like that. Because granted, we got casted in December, we started filming in December, and we were done in the first week of March. And so it really didn't give us like, bitch, once we found out we was on the show, bitch, it was like, girl, okay, time to go on the show. Like, girl, we didn't have no time to like actually kind of prepare and get shit ready, like getting events and stuff ready or stuff like that. Like, it was no time for that. So I think timing is also a big thing that is going to play into effect. So I want to know what turns you on, girl. Oh,
Oh, sorry, I was making spaghetti.
mm,
Um, I just yeah, I do agree with timeline wise. There needs to be more time for some type of preparation.
mm-hmm.
But also
Feel
too,
like
I think
they,
the brand is also looking for people that might just naturally have something going on too. Like,
true.
you know, for your situation, like people that make things and that create stuff, I'm sure you need, you know, a good piece of time to kind of put something together. Maybe it's a show, or maybe it's not a show, but maybe it's like how I think recently
Like a
one of
pop
the
up shop.
couple, yeah, like do something like that, give an opportunity, and you know, really like do what y'all got to do. So I do agree. Given more time and opportunity, you guys will probably be able to produce
But
more in terms of just.
Markel made the comment to me. He did tell me that the reason why he went so big as far as the numbers, like the number of people, was because it in his eyes it creates less tension or less work on each person, which again kind of makes sense because if you want each cast member has to have one event. So you say like one event or whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
and then they have to have their personal scenes. Then you have if you have 12 of them, it's 12 events, and hopefully people everybody can make it to each event. If not, so be it. But it just was a lot. It was a lot.
Mm.
12 cast members, 12 episodes.
Well, my thing is too. You are at the beginning. You have the 12, and I hate regurgitating this, but every time we have this conversation, I would feel bad if I didn't mention it. Like you have these people who seem promising in the beginning, but they lack all of the chasing and personality qualities to remain effective on the show. So you have people like, I guess people could say, oh, Lamont was chasing, but there really wasn't much of that though. Like, I appreciate the late entries of those weird commercials. I guess it goes to your business, but I don't feel invested in your product because I don't know what's in it. You didn't walk me through a step. Same thing with Rachel. Like, we don't care about your fucking lip gloss. I don't want to buy anything that was made barehanded in the kitchen. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good on that. Where are your gloves and mask at, girl? Where's the sanitizer at?
Yeah.
Your tears are pouring into the product, and that's why this girl's lips are cracking. But I have issue with people like Kelly. You had a whole council meeting, girl, at Camelot, and you didn't come up with anything
Nothing.
to produce after that conversation. Mother, I get it. You lost your job, and that's okay. But as a producer, I would have said, okay, we caught that early. Let's delete that scene because it's a waste of our time because she's not going to be able to produce the actual viewing of the church skirts. So let's do what we can do to,
Not
you
shirt
know,
skirts.
I'm just saying though, like we know that's not going to happen because she lost her job, right? So you're not
Mhm.
going to be able to produce this event. So that was a lot of time that could have been given to other people that have stuff actually going on. So
Right.
there needs to be some cleanup there because I'm not going to let people live in this opportunity who are just giving us feeding us more delusion than reality.
And another thing that I did mention to Markel was like we need people that are gonna push the show. Like if they're not willing to push or get on these platforms and talk and do interviews and without trying to charge people for an interview, then what's purpose do they serve? Like they feel like the show is just supposed to drive them to infinity and beyond, and it just don't give that. But you gotta kind of give something, bitch, to kind of sustain yourself or kind of be known in these YouTube streets or whatever. Which is why I try to, make my rounds and make sure I'm heard and seen and stuff like that. But girl, me and Mother and Jeff can't be the only ones doing it, bitch. Like girl, bitch, if y'all not gonna do it, then don't sign up.
No, I'm with you on that. They definitely have to
Pull they
push
way.
the platform, and like I said too, like Rio and Zesty should have had commercials. They
Yeah.
should have been ready.
Did you notice that Zesty didn't have not one personal scene? Besides, I guess you could say that him and Jeff going skating, ice skating was maybe a personal scene, but that was it. He wasn't like you don't know nothing about him. I didn't find out who Rio was really until I watched the show and saw that he had a son and his girlfriend was a drag queen, all that and all that. It's like I didn't know none of that throughout this whole season. So like, bitch, it was a real big disconnect between all of us. No shade.
Hey, y'all better stop that bullshit.
Who said?
My cats.
Oh, you like
Okay, I have a question. So are they your cats or your nephew's cats?
now they're
Well,
hers.
one of them, well, I'm the one taking care of them.
Now they're
He
hers.
brought them there,
Yeah.
and he's there now. Or he left like for your brother's house,
He left to my brother's house earlier.
and he left them damn cats there.
I don't mind.
Oh,
Actually, I was supposed to keep one of them anyway. So
it's
He done,
multiple.
he
there's
done
two of
left
them.
he done left the cats from Lady and the Tramp in your house.
Two sisters.
Oh,
We are Siamese, if you please. It's
I
giving
used to
that.
have Siamese cats
It's
before I got
giving.
my standard poodles.
Mm.
I love dogs. Cats, not so much.
Yeah, I breed dogs. That might be my chase next season. Chloe's kennels.
Okay, I like
Girl,
the name.
make sure you got a license, girl. You know
I
they
know, girl.
these damn
I know.
these
I'm
cheetah
just talking
Yeah,
shit.
the
I'm just talking shit.
LSC. You know they like to steal the LSCs or whatever however you call it.
girl,
Yeah,
these
I'm just
animal rights groups, girl.
girl. Let's next. I do not need wild coming up on here, girl. Talking about Chloe with the animals, animals. No, no, no. I'm okay. I'm just playing.
No, I definitely, honestly, like you obviously do what you want to do, but like I do feel like dive more into like your t-shirt business, your process.
You want to know something really, really crazy though, YB? Is that I prior to me doing the t-shirt business, I actually had another business and I did it for quite a while. It was called Faces by Chloe.
Hmm.
And it's crazy that I actually did this, but I used to do like facials and skincare like treatments and stuff like that. I used to do microdermabrasion treatments. I used to do laser on other people. It's bitch. And I know people like, well, girl, why you don't got laser? Bitch, because it's self-inflicting pain is horrible. I can't laser myself. It hurts. But yeah, that's what I did prior to me doing the t-shirt thing. And then girl, I was gonna say this, but girl, the people are gonna get on my ass if I say this, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Uh,
I mean, you already
no,
bared
fuck it.
all. You,
Fuck it. Okay, so the crazy thing is that how I got into the t-shirt business though. Let me just tell the story. Okay, so one day I was at the house or whatever, and Dalen, the dude that stole the car, the dude who's my child at the time, he comes banging on my door, and he's got like this heavy ass machine, like this heavy ass motherfucking machine. It was like a heat press, and I was like, "What the fuck? Where the fuck you get this from?" I mean, he's like. I just got, mind you, I told y'all he had like this little thing where he likes to go into bandos or abandoned houses and stuff like that. And he likes to go have sessions in them, and then like it's like a thrill or something. I don't know. This boy be off the record.
I understand actually. Go ahead. I mean,
So he brings me this damn press, and he's like, it's all this stuff, this vinyl, and this is that and the other, and what they start. He brings me a cricket. I'm like, where the fuck is you getting all this shit from? And lo and behold, come to find out later on, once I started going through the stuff, I was like, girl, it was Deion Sanders' son's house, girl, a couple streets over from me, bitch. And
Hmm.
he done got to the man house, girl. And you know, Deion Sanders' son, he used to do the press, or he used to make the jerseys for the people on the football team. So, girl, I had the press over here. I was like, girl, shut the fuck up. So, bitch, that's what actually got me into making stuff. And then I went from doing that, the vinyl, and then I moved to sublimation. And that's when I bought a new machine, and I started all the way over because I was like, girl, I don't want this selling that shit, bitch, you know.
girl,
But
I'm not mad at that. You see, a lot of people that will chastise don't understand the hustle, and that sometimes in life you literally, let's think about this deeper than just the Players Club. Using what you got to get what you want. When I lived in Atlanta, girl, the Rockheads had access to the best steaks. Hello, God. They had access to the new shit. The back then when we had no choice but to piracy the hell out of some damn DVDs, honey. Okay, I know I'm telling my age, but
oh,
whatever.
girl, I used to burn DVDs for a living back in the day. Ooh.
You got to be able to get even the new shit. Like, girl, even today, I have a brand new, not brand new anymore, but when I first moved in this place, my brother had to connect to somebody who had, they used to run receipt. They used to do receipts and shit.
Mhm.
Girl, I got me a brand new, these Ninja blenders, the multifunction, girl.
Oh, I love
Like,
them.
they're not cheap either. Girl, I got that thing for like $20. Girl, please. Like,
Sure.
brand
Yeah.
new. And then I
And
took
those are
that,
like
then I took that and
$300.
yeah, they're expensive. It makes ice cream and everything. Hell. But I
Yeah.
usually use it for margaritas and smoothies. Hello, God. But,
Okay,
honey, I'm
period.
telling you no lie. Sometimes in life, the boosting, I know some hoes in Houston that be boosting. What little Kim say, honey? Trunk full of Donna Karen in the mental my Baron. Who else? We just swerving in the dock in the suburban.
Hey.
Bourbon with Heineken's for the chasers. Police will never chase us. We too fly for that.
Oh my God. Yes. It's so crazy how life just be life and get you where you need to go. No shade. I'm just thankful. What happened? You there? We lost YB. Good. The people are gagging in the comments. They talking about, wow. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm a criminal.
Oh, I just realized Robbie left. Where he went to?
Oh, oh, she out of here. Okay, well, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to YB. YB speaks.
Right. It's like Ezra.
She must have lost
She done left.
signal. Oh, she must have been clapping on her phone too hard. Uh-huh.
So, who from like the cat like from previous casts, previous
Mhm.
seasons would you want to come back for next season?
I would enjoy Barbie Bankrose coming back.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
I love Ariel.
we were roommates
Hello?
before. Hey, what happened?
Child, my nephew's calling me.
Oh, okay, okay. We was holding it down while you was on while you was on still going.
No,
Uh,
I appreciate it.
I liked Ariel. I think Dior would be cute, but he got his own
Mhm,
show.
mhm.
But I did feel what you were saying, YB, when you brought him up or whatever, because I was like, yeah, he didn't get to show his actual like talent on the show. He was always some extra shit. And he do got a shop now. It's just not his own shop. He's got like a booth, not a booth. Like
But
he's got a.
is he certified by the to do that? I question, and I love Dior, and I don't ever want to question people's
I
credentials,
seen his
but
license. He's got a license on the wall.
he does have a license.
Yeah, he got a license on the wall. I seen it. It's hanging
Okay,
up.
because
Yeah.
I heard a long time ago the reason like people like him and Lauren England never actually showed them in process of doing any real hair was
You
because
just be bringing up Miss Laura. Laura.
I mean, hey, I mean,
Lauren England commented on my picture and told me I was fine. Hey.
oh, of
Child, man.
course, child,
Heard of.
she done mutilated herself so much. Now she over here looking like, what's her name? Like child, like she was back. Let me shut up.
But,
Shout out to Lauren England and her overdone broccoli.
but I definitely seen his license on his wall. Now, do I know if it's real or counterfeit? I don't know, but I mean, he's a motherfucking master of motherfucking hair. They had me laid. So
I don't. That's why I say I've seen him do his thing. It's just on the show when it was him doing the thing, getting ready for the salon. When
okay, now wasn't it? What it was? Now I do know that it was a song. There was a song that he had, and then something with the rent, or they was paying somebody, and then they foreclosed on it, or something happened. That did really happen.
no, I
And I
knew
know.
that. Like we interviewed him and he talked about all of that. He broke all that down, but like the process that happened after some months. My thing
Right.
is on that season of Chasing Dallas when him and Phenom, when they were together, they were at Home Depot shopping for stuff for the shop. We never got to see them put that stuff in the shop or build the shop up. By the time that
Oh,
stuff happened with Dior, he had already had his shop put together and doing business out of it for months. We
yeah.
never got to see that process. The only time we got to see him do hair was that one time when that girl came over to get braids or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was
See,
just like, I always just question, like, are these girls scared to actually show this because they're not licensed?
My
Because
first
that's
time.
what was, you know.
Well, yeah, I no, I think I'm almost 95% sure he has a license because I seen like the certificate on the wall. I did see it on the wall. Now, like I said, I don't know how credible the certificate was, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he is. I know when I first started going to him to get my hair done, he did my hair for Jerry Springer when I was 18 years old. Right before I flew out, he did me like an orange bob when I went to go do that, and he was doing hair out of his house then. So like that was like a long time ago. Bitch, like they got him and Jarrell, which is Phenom. They share a room. That's the big room. It's a big ass room where they. I want to say that you got to have a license to even get a booth. I mean, I would think. I don't know. Maybe
But
not.
then again, maybe I'm just doing too much and being a cunt because, like, let's tell the
Yeah,
truth.
maybe you're being. I think you're being a
You got a
con,
lot
bro.
of people out here that ain't licensed to do shit. So,
Bitch, I was a self-taught motherfucking skin whatever. I did fucking facials and shit like that, but I taught myself how to do it. So I learned from YouTube. No shade, actually. I was over here doing burning the girls, doing microdermabrasions. No, I'm just playing.
oh yeah, that girl that did have prom, that was a long time ago.
Who?
Dior, uh,
Oh.
remember that situation where that girl got scammed out of that dress by that gay dude?
Yes, that dude almost got me together too, bitch. He made one of my very first dresses for a ball I was walking, the 24 karat gold ball, and I did a coming to America look with where I did this long ass train. The train was like 20 feet long, bitch. It was so fab. I have to send you pictures so you can see. And he was trying to run off with my money. The same dude. His name Anthony Weaver. He stays in Atlanta now. And he actually did some work on like RuPaul's Drag Race or something like that, and that's how he kind of got big. But yeah, he was running out with the girls' money. No shade. He was.
Yeah, Ariel and Dior came together to help that girl out.
Yep, I remember that. Yep, I forgot all about that.
hmm But yeah,
Yes,
I do
indeed.
have to get out of here.
Okay.
Let's see what this child wants.
Bye,
Uh,
y'all.
I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming up. I appreciate it.
No problem. And I'm following you now, D. So get at me. Okay. Hey, Patches.
What's up, y'all? All right, thank y'all for joining us. I really do appreciate it. D, you still there? I'll just remove you then. Love you, D. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. A lot of kiki, a lot of haha, a lot of fa la 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 la. Hello, God. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat. Return my nephew's phone call. See what he wants, and I'm gonna bring it in for tonight, child. Y'all will be glad to know there has been no foo la la for me this weekend. Obviously, I haven't been feeling well, and I have no desire at all. Um, hmm But again, I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We are at the beginning of another week, child. So please be blessed and never stressed. And remember that health is truly wealth. And take care, y'all. Bye.